on a live podcast. Hold on.
Well, Wisconsin is right next to Michigan, right?
Hold on. I have to change my audio because nothing changed. So bear with me a second here.
Oh my holy God.
Sorry, you were saying? Why isn't Jared here?
Yeah, that guy that came a couple weeks ago and it was the wrong date. Remember that?
Yeah.
Jared and Frank showed up. It was like, oh, you guys are not doing Beyond Belief tonight.
I gave Jared a pass because Jared was just following. He was following Frank into the live stream, but Frank has a link for what we're doing every week to week.
Frank has no idea what's going on right now. He's working full time, so that's going to throw him off.
He's a plastic bag in the wind. Just here. No.
The most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, Wes Bentley.
Wes Bentley, worst actor I've ever seen. But he continues to work. I cannot understand it.
I said the same thing, and then eventually I got around to the American Horror Story. No, American Horror Story. And I was watching it, and I was like, God, I fucking hate him. And then halfway through, like, season 6, I go, he's doing it on purpose. This actually makes sense here, and he's actually doing a really good job. And then since then, I've liked him.
Wow.
I fucking hate American Beauty. Let me just say that.
I don't like that movie either.
I despise that movie. I will never watch it again. I thought it was complete overacting, and I like everyone in it. I like all the actors, but it felt like the most pretentious bullshit movie I've ever seen in my life. My
favorite part is that scene where Brad, or what's his name, Cooper. What is his name? Why am I blinking on his name? The guy from Adaptation.
They show underage girls' titties in that movie.
No, she was 18.
She was not.
She was.
Her parents signed off. I read into this. Her parents signed off and said it's okay.
Oh, really? She looked like she was a fucking banged up. She's a banged up 16-year-old. She looked terrible for 16. I never thought Muna Suvari was an attractive person.
I had a crush on her in Monkey Trouble.
No, you don't have Thora Birch.
Well, no, it's Thora Birch in that movie.
Yeah, she shows her boobs, but so does Muna Suvari.
Muna Suvari doesn't show her boobs, though.
No, she does.
No, she's covered in flowers and shit.
No, she shows her boobs because at the end of the movie, she gets naked and he covers her up and he says, I don't remember that. You're very sweet. Well, that's what happened at the end. You see both.
I think she's, no offense to her, the forehead is too much for me to...
Muna Suvari?
I can't get around the forehead, man. Sorry.
Well, Thora Birch has a big forehead.
No, Thora Birch I had a crush on when I was a kid. So I saw that movie and I was like, still 16. Weird.
She had her giant Reese's peanut butter cup nipples. I remember that. She had giant nipples.
But she's in the later seasons of Walking Dead.
Is she really?
Thora Birch, yeah.
Thora Birch is working still. I'll go for her.
She plays Gamma, yeah.
Yeah. Who would have thought the duo of Ghost World, where you had Scarlett Johansson and Thora Birch, who would have taken off and been the bigger star?
No, it was the other girl. The weird one.
Oh, the one from Enter the Dollhouse.
Yeah, that one.
Maggie Mazzello or something.
Girl.
Maggie Azzello or Ariello or something. She gets killed in Hostel 2. She gets ripped open upside down.
Is she a kid in Goodfellas, or am I thinking of a different movie?
No, you're thinking of a different movie.
What movie is she a kid in? Like, if it's like a mafia type movie.
Oh God, I don't know. It's not Goodfellas. Okay, I can tell you that much.
So let's continue with this. Let's do an intro while I get this prepped. So I apologize for the minute 10 intro, Dick, but you have to deal with it. Go piss. You have to.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the podcast. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the podcast and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 1 continuous hour. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the podcast concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. LIW Anthology Series Review is now in effect.
Hello, citizens. I think you should do this. You should do the intro. You're on the left.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, do my little spiel. 109, episode 109. Here, I'll put it at the bottom. Here, hold on. You can just read the bottom here. Hello, citizens.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to Wonderland LIW Anthology Series Review 109, Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. I'm Dick Ticket.
210.
Oh, episode 109, 210.
And I'm Phoenix West. Oh, man, it's so weird going second.
Because I'm first place in this shit. I'm the one. I earned it. I earned this.
Yeah. He earned his awkward intro. Then I put him on the spot for the man came through.
Just like Saving Private Ryan. Earned this. Yeah. I did, Tom Hanks. You died for nothing.
To hold a bridge.
I mean, you died for something. Whatever.
I like when Tom gets shot in the ass. Ah!
God damn it! And it's not his ass, it's his fucking vertebrae, his spinal column shattered and he can't move.
No, when he first gets shot in the ass.
Tom Sizemore or Tom Hanks?
Tom Sizemore. No.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking Tom. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought you meant Tom Hanks.
No, Tom Hanks is definitely shot in the vertebrae.
Oh yeah, he's just boom dead. He's dead.
Tom Sizemore's.
He throws the gun.
Is like,
do you think Tom Sizemore's character in Saving Private Ryan is the grandfather of the character in Black Hawk Down? Same character.
I've only seen Black Hawk Down once.
Oh, it's very good. I think you gotta watch that one again. Polish that one off and watch it again.
Yeah. I don't know. For some reason I watched it and I went,
You'd be amazed at how many people are in that movie that are stars now.
Well, I remember the movie just fine.
It's nuts.
It was a little too much trapped in the helicopter in the middle of the city square for me. And I'm like, that's kind
of what it was about. Yeah.
That's my point. It was like, all right, we're still here. All right. Cool. But let's try this. Let's look at our three messages on YouTube so far. And keep in mind, YouTube is a valid place to go and to share your opinions. And they have really good bots to keep out the spam. But let's see what our 3 comments are so far. Okay. So we have naked/hd.xyz. Tinder, overpriced shit. Try us, 18+. The same person with the same message. And this one has some different emojis in the bottom. Where apparently your heart is squirting out onto an embarrassed face, an exhausted face.
Well, when it says naked hashtag or -HD, I'm sold.
We'll be there. Just can we wait till the show's done, or I have to jerk off now? Because we're doing a live show.
Too late. That 1 minute and 30 seconds, that was what I was doing. I take care of myself. All done, just like William Sattler and Kinsey. Oh, I'm done. You ever see that, Kinsey? The Liam Neeson movie where he plays Kinsey. And William Sattler shows up. He's a fucking dirty pervert. He's a gross man. And he talks about, like, I've had sex with 500 different partners. 42 of them were animals. Four of them were children under the age of 10. Like, he's just a weirdo freak job. And then he goes, I can jerk off and come in 10 seconds. Time me. And he goes, he does it right there. It's hilarious. Kinsey is
Kinsey scene.
Oh, please look it up. Please, let's share it with the world today. This is a hilarious scene.
The first clip comes to 11 minutes 23 seconds.
So
why don't you take the lead so I can scrub through this and find the timestamp?
There's got to be a shorter scene. Yeah.
No, there's not. But I'm gonna fast forward and find it.
The motorcycle was the first segment.
Yes. Oh, first of all, you are ahead 25. I have 24. You're ahead by 1.
So this is neck and neck. Very scary time. We're going to see who pulls ahead this episode. But the motorcycle was a surprise because it starred a future star, Christopher Titus. He had his own show on Fox about 2 years later, and he's a stand-up comedian. And in this episode, in this segment, he's got a lot of charisma and charm, and you can say, hey, you know what? This guy has enough to pull off a show. I kind of, when you've seen enough of these episodes, you realize who's got it and who don't. And he got it.
You said it like 4 seconds into the episode. He has more charisma than anyone we've ever seen on the show.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, totally
You're not
true.
wrong.
And
I agree with myself.
I agree with myself. I'm right. But in this episode, you got Christopher Titus. He inherited this horse farm from his grandfather, and he's like, the farm's in foreclosure. It's not working out for him. So the horse, he gets out of the pen and he follows the horse. He's trying to get back in the pen, and the horse takes him to this very obvious part of the barn. It's open, and he could have seen this any day of the week, but he chooses not to, which is why the horse had to physically show him where this bike covered in a tarp was, because literally the tarp was translucent. You could see there was a Harley Davidson under this tarp in this doorway in the barn where he walks across every morning of his time at the farm.
You could see it from outside the barn because the horse
see it before the episode
started. In the door, like, inside of the building, like, well, there's clearly a fucking motorcycle here, dildo.
Oh,
it's under translucent fucking tarp paper. Come on, tarp sheet. Come on, right here.
Yeah, and then Christopher Tice finds it. He goes, "Oh my god, it's a Harley, an old Harley." And so he gets like the serial number, and he calls the local guy in town who's like, "Yeah, that's an old Harley Davidson. The parts are probably what's worth it. I'll give you $1,500 for it if you don't want. I can take off your hands." He goes, "Yeah, maybe. Let me think about it." He goes, "Okay, well, I'm here to let me know." And then you got
Christopher Titus voiceover, who in the course of 4 seconds goes, "I eventually got him to 10 grand," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's terrible bargaining on that guy's part because it gives away your cards pretty seriously if you're going that high."
No, it's 15,000 later.
No, but in that part he goes, I got him up to 10,000 at the end of that call. And I'm like,
oh, is that what it was there?
If you're willing to like, what 1,500 to 10,000 in
that's the course of it's a big leap right there.
You gotta know something's going on. He doesn't seem that magical that he caught on to something weird.
Yeah, and then he gives the serial number to his mother. She has it sent over to someone else who researches it. Hippie mother who has no doors. She doesn't believe in doors or walls, and she lives in moo-moos all day long. She must smell like patchouli and fucking mayonnaise. And so she calls him. Or she says, "Okay, I'm gonna check on this serial number. I'll call you back." Okay, and then that fucking Ric Flair who let himself go shows up with the lowball offer. He goes, "Well, I found this place. I found you. I got a buyer. He will give you $15,000, and I got the check right here. So I would just take this check and let me have the back, and I'll take it off your hands."
It's a pretty good check. It's wide.
It's a good check. It's worth it. $50,000. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then Titus,
he sounded like John Goodman in "Oh Brother Art Thou" with that weird little Southern twang.
Where he goes, "Well, I'll get a Big Dan
with that frog against a tree." Not a problem.
I don't get it, Big Dan. What's going on, Big Dan? He gets hit in the head with a big log. But you had Titus. The phone rings, and he goes, "If I didn't answer that phone, I probably would have taken that $15,000 check." But it was my mother.
Okay, I did want to pause here just for a second because it's House, like, because you watched him earlier. House, big trail to the big barn. Other side of the big barn, he's there talking to the guy with the motorcycle about the motorcycle.
Right.
He goes,
yes.
"Hold on, my phone is ringing," and it's like super fucking loud.
The office must be literally in the barn next to their little what have you, their powwow.
He's got really good hearing.
Yeah. Or he was just full of shit. He's just like, "Yeah, my phone's ringing. I know you're full of shit. I'm going to watch you."
It's ringing.
Yeah, it's ringing. And then the mother says, "The Jay Leno company wants to buy it. They're going to give you $2 million for it." Whoa!
$2 million sold.
And then
why do you even call me, you bitch? You hear $2 million, you don't immediately accept it. Go fuck yourself.
That's what I mean. It's like, why didn't you say yes when somebody gives you $2 million? You say yes, and then he says that, and he goes, he checks under the seat, and underneath the seat it says, "From Elvis to Scylla, love Presley." It's Elvis Presley gift to Scylla, and that's what it was. That's why it's worth so much money. Blah blah blah. And that was the end of the episode. That was it. And I said it was real. I think you said real too.
We both
agree.
Fact.
I think this is absolutely a fact. This has to be.
I do want to say real quick, I love Chris Titus.
Yes, you do.
I've never shied away from that. He's in my top I want to say top 3
Wow.
stand-ups, honestly.
Wow. That's pretty heavy.
Well, I saw him twice in one weekend, and the second time I openly wept.
Wow.
Because the second time I bought tickets because he's doing it here in Phoenix and stand up live. Norman Rockwell is bleeding, which he hasn't done in 15 years or so. Whenever I saw him,
Wow.
his first special, which is the one that like touched. That's what caught me. And I love the show Titus because he is very similar to me. I'm not crying. My voice went out. I'm very similar to me because I don't know. That's why I like Titus. His dad was my dad, and he's a fucking sack of shit, selfish, and he has this weird life that I also had. So I watched that live, and I'm like, this is amazing. I was just like openly weeping the second show.
Jesus Christ!
I was in like the third row. I was like right there, like.
I
was like, I don't know. I was so happy. I was like excited.
It's like that Robert De Niro yelling, crying, or yelling, laughing.
Yeah. But I'd say I would go like Carlin, Cross, then Christopher Titus.
Wow.
That's probably my list. I don't know.
Oh,
so comes and goes.
Oh, C's. It's not all C's.
George Carlin, David Cross,
Christopher
Titus. Where's the C coming?
Christopher.
First name now? We're switching over to first name?
Well, it's the C's. It's the connection C's.
Okay.
And
Louis
C's.
C.K.
Exactly. Like I just said. Yeah.
Dave Chappelle. All right. He's probably in my top 5 as well. That's probably around my top 5.
It's all the C comedians.
Bill Cosby. Wait, no.
Say what you will. He was funny in his time.
I don't agree.
I was doing the stuff when it was no cursing.
More when I was a kid. I liked the Bill Cosby show. When I watched the stand-up special, I'm like, you and your younger brother and okay. Oh, that was the joke. I'm sorry. Okay. I felt bad. I'm like, that was the entire joke. I got it. Okay.
Hey. Did you watch Leonard Part 6?
Yeah, and I watched the other one he was in.
Ghost Dad?
The Ghost Dad, yeah.
He's made some of the worst movies ever made.
I never understood the man. And this isn't just like...
you know who directed Ghost Dad?
Ivan Reitman.
Close.
This is a random guess.
Sidney
I heard Ghost.
Poitier.
Sorry.
Sidney Poitier.
R.I.P.
Recently, he just died. But he directed a bunch of movies. Like Sidney Poitier, I think Ghost Dad was his last movie he directed, though.
It would have to be.
Which is kind of sad.
It would have to be.
Not really. He was in The Jackal in 1997.
He was in.
Sidney Poitier did not. I thought he made more movies. He did not have a very big filmography. He's been in like over 70, but not under 100.
No, but he's that guy we talked about in film school. The guy from The Godfather and Dog Day Afternoon.
No, John Cazale.
John Cazale is only in like 7 movies, and all of them are like top 10 movies.
Yeah, well, crazy. He died, so that's gonna help him out there. But yeah,
okay.
He's in.
Name any other actor who their first 10 movies are fucking amazing.
Well, I think he's only in 5 movies, and they were all nominated for Best Picture. I think that's the. He's the only actor in history to have every movie he was ever in be nominated for a Best Picture.
If you're confused, he's Fredo.
He died in 1978.
Yeah, he died, so but also it's crazy that all his movies are in massive movies.
Yeah, because he's in 1 movie, 2 movie, 3 movie, 4 movie, 5 movie. That's it. He's got 8.
Two Godfathers. He's in Dog Day Afternoon
and Deer Hunter.
Deer Hunter. He's in what's the 5th one?
The Conversation.
Oh, see, obviously it's all Coppola related. I get that, but except for Deer Hunter. But
I want to say The Conversation was nominated for Best Picture. Let me double check.
Who directed Deer Hunter? Was that Michael Cimino?
Yes, Michael Cimino.
Okay, so he worked with some Michael Cimino. Both of them faded after time, but god damn, what an era to be alive for a very short amount of time.
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
And these guys, he's not just in those movies; he's amazing in those movies.
Oh yeah, he's great.
So, all right, so the motorcycle. You said it was. Let me go back to that. We'll reveal here. Fact. I said fact as well.
Yeah, we both said fact.
Let's just get to this so we can move on.
Oh, I said he died of lung cancer. I thought he died of brain cancer.
Remember that scene they showed where it was I can't find a pencil and that went on for 4 minutes for no reason?
Oh.
Do you remember that in this episode? Hold on, I'm gonna take that. Oh, I don't have a pencil. I'm the mama from $1 Million Baby.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Dexter. Give me some key lime pie. This
Key
one's
lime
the
pie.
best, Dexter.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name? Margaret.
Is she dead? I think she just died too.
No, she's still alive.
I think she just died. I think she's dead.
I'll find out. We'll find out.
We'll look that up on Fact or Fiction.
And which were fiction when Beyond Belief returns.
Come on, JF, give me the skinny.
Let's look at our stories and see which are fact and which are fiction. How about the story of the Elvis motorcycle that Jay
Hey,
Leno
his
paid
spirit's
millions?
gone.
True or false?
They're doing that shit again.
Hold on. 3940. Here's him earlier in the episode.
Oh, I know he's got a beard.
Look at that.
See? He's got a full beard.
I just want to prove it to our audience. 3940.
You know what they did? They must have shot
Motorcycle that
these
Jay Leno.
on different weeks, maybe. Maybe it was like a
Maybe
week
so Jonathan
later.
Frakes didn't leak the truth.
That's it. Because the show is so hot in Germany.
Germany loves this show, and I don't
Yeah.
understand it.
The mysteries.
Me more than anyone understands it, but also
Yes.
why Germany? Why David Hasselhoff? Why do they have the obsessions they do?
We love your American television hosted by the Brolin and the Franks. One of
I
our
did see-
the biggest fan who won the contest was in that episode about the blind man and the dog that killed people.
You know, I did see that Germany is the only country whose military has a rule where if the soldier does not thinks it goes against humanity, they can say no to the order.
Well, because the Nazi thing kind of did that.
It makes sense, but also I went, yeah, that's a good call. I think every country should have that, really. But also, you first. So
Yeah.
let's, yeah.
Okay. You guys started it. You can finish it.
All right, here we go.
Leno paid millions for. True or false?
They told me to tell you, be sure and look under the seat.
Okay,
But
thanks,
sure, look under the seat.
Margot Martindale,
Yeah.
still alive.
Still alive. All right.
Born 51 in Jacksonville, Texas.
We were in a... Oh, never mind.
Bye.
That's her.
Bye. Bye.
Look under the seat.
What do you say, Bubba?
No thanks, I got a better offer. To Priscilla, love Elvis.
Although this story has been spread as true,
Fuck.
it never happened.
Wow. We're both wrong on that one. Wow. I'm shocked. I really am. I really thought that would be a real
Yeah.
one.
All right,
So
we both got that wrong.
Now it's going to be fucking who knows what.
0-0. Frank got a point. Frank went
Sure.
against you on it with his bets.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that was fiction. The blind man's dog is really simple to get through. There's a blind man. He has a dog, as the title tells you. The dog starts howling in the middle of the night and wakes up all the ethnically diverse neighbors, including Wilt Chamberlain, who's in the background.
This is true.
And then an hour after the dog stops howling. Oh my God, can I talk? An hour after the dog stops howling, someone dies, and it keeps doing it. And then all the neighbors get in a panic, and they have their little meeting there in the little weird basement. They're like, "Yeah, we gotta get him out of here. Fuck that blind guy. We gotta get him out of here. Is that dog killing people? What's going like weird Twilight Zone comparison? I don't know." And then he shows up and he goes, "Don't worry about it. I'm leaving anyway. I'm going to my sister's and whatever fuck Cincinnatiburg or whatever he says, whatever town he says.
Cincinnatiburg.
Cincinnatiburg, Pina Coladasburg,
Petersburg. Son of a bitch.
motherfucker."
Motherfucker.
So he goes there, and then right before he leaves, they're packing his shit up, and the dog goes, "Oh," and then they leave and cut to Jonathan Frakes going, "Old man and his dog died. Goddamn dead. Truck hit him. They're both so dead and bloody." Was this real or well, he's a mummy behind me, by the way, for some reason.
Yeah, so
It's the whole story. There's nothing more to tell.
It's bizarre.
The dog walked the guy in front of a goddamn bus, and they blame it up to the mysticism of this story. I don't know. The dog's the one that's at fault because he was a blind guy, and that's his eyes. The dog failed miserably here.
And we had a wonderful cameo by some it creature from Germany test tube in the background of the sequence.
I do want to show that. So
yeah.
4013, remember that?
4013.
I haven't. So remember 4013. That's our current timestamp. Let me go to the it speech. I have that timestamp as well. 1340. This is during the assembly meeting here of the people in the group, and apparently, the second guy who died, it was a wife, and her husband fell over with a heart attack, and she immediately calls this fucking guy, this bald dude right here, and she's like, "Save him!" And I'm like, "Call 911, not your super. Why are you calling your apartment manager, Dick? If you're gonna call, you're similar to this guy."
Yeah, I couldn't help you there.
Yeah, what would you do? You would call 911 yourself. So you wasted 40 minutes waiting for Dick to wake up and put his shoes on and come on.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, I'm sorry.
That man is so dead. You should have called 911.
Your rent's gonna go up because of the water. It costs more for water now.
Here we go.
Sorry.
Ready for this androgynous beast who I called Lurch with Machine Gun Kelly's head.
But the best part is
right here.
When this guy says her, him, it,
he literally goes. We had to rewind in our live stream of this episode. He goes it and points right at that creature.
Who's gonna die next time? You, me, her, him, it.
Oh god, that's funny. That's so great.
Do you think that was them trying to be progressive?
No, I think it was just a joke. I feel like it was a great ad lib from that guy.
What timestamp did I give you?
4020 or 4030? 4020.
I know here.
4020.
So that's it. I compared it to a couple things. I want to get your opinion here. Slasher season 3, which you probably haven't seen. It's on Netflix.
I have not.
It's terrible.
Yeah,
it's a Canadian version of like Scream.
No, thank you.
$1 Million Hotel, even worse.
Oh, I know of it. I never watched it. I didn't care. I was just
the Bono wrote that.
Yes.
Mel Gibson's in it.
Yes, he is.
And then Lady in the Water is another like hotel, like people in this little weird community apartment building type thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's good versions of that, like Dread.
Yes.
Like the apartment complex, and you get that, or like what's that British one with the monster? And John Boyega.
Attack on the Block.
Yeah, thank you. So you got good versions, but these are the bad versions, and this is definitely a bad one because nothing happens. The dog has a premonition that it itself is going to kill an old man by walking him in front of a van, in front of a bus.
And in Matrix Bullet Time, too.
Oh, yes. I hope they show that. Let's find out if this is fact or fiction. We both said, actually, you said fact, I said fiction.
What about the story of the blind man's dog and his bark of doom?
Dog's name Buff.
I know.
Buff.
I love you too.
I love you, Buff.
It's gonna be all right.
Let's get some peanut butter. Smooth this out.
I'm gonna get around with my bus right now because they kicked me out of this building because of your ass.
Did we base our story of the foreboding dog?
I don't even care. I want to see this Matrix shit at the end.
It's hilarious.
All right, here we go. Getting there. Here we go.
It was clear who the final howling was meant for. Lloyd Weeks.
Yep.
So I'm curious. Is this where they got Bullet Time from?
This episode is from April 24th, 1998.
That's before Matrix.
But they were also working on the Matrix for a while at this point.
Yeah, but
it took them a while to do that movie.
I don't know. This is interesting.
It does seem a little bit beyond belief, if I may.
I would agree. I would agree.
I don't feel
Did we
like
base our story of the foreboding dog on an actual event? Yes. It happened.
Yeah.
First-hand interviews conducted by author Robert Traylands.
Yeah, there you go. What a horrible,
Son of a
sad story.
goddamn bitch.
What a horribly sad story. Wow, that's like really sad. Now I'm kind of depressed.
All right, so 26 to 24 now.
Yeah.
Your turn with Deer Hunters.
Deer Hunters is so stupid. It's two hicks that are going deer hunting, and the other guy's like, I don't want to go deer hunting today. You're going deer hunting today. We're going to get a buck. And they go out there and they go, this is, this is sacred Indian ground. We're not allowed to be in here. Oh, come on now. We can poach. We can get away with it if we get it. Let's go poach deer. And so he shoots the arrow. He says he hit the buck. They chase after the deer and it disappears. And he's like, I swear I hit it. Yeah, whatever. So they leave, stop hunting, go drive back home. And then all of a sudden, the deer is in the middle of the road. And the guy goes, that's the same deer. And it's like he runs after it. Like he wants to run it over with his truck. And they like fly off the road and crash. And the guy that shot the deer dies in the car accident. And his friend is left alive. And then the cop comes up to him and he says, hey, how you doing? You look like Tiger Woods too, the cop.
This part is convoluted as fuck.
Hey,
he was shot with an ancient Indian deer bow or
arrow.
No.
He got, well, what killed the deer? Well, the deer was killed by an ancient Indian deer bow or bolt. What? Yes, it was an absolute. It was an arrow in its heart. Where's the deer? And then there was like an arrow right there where the deer was, and that's so weird. It's so
no deer in sight.
It was too stupid to be real. But then again, hey, that's why these things are sometimes hard to figure out. I think we both said fiction. Fake. Right? Yeah, we both said fiction.
Yeah, I got that vibe. You know what sucks is the last story, I guess, like I said, 14 seconds in, got it wrong. There's no rhyme or reason for this show.
There really isn't.
We both said fiction.
The story of the hunter who turns out to be prey.
Oh, I dubbed these guys Nick Swartzen and Christopher McDonald.
Yes, you did.
It's a little bit Deliverance versus Deer Hunter.
And then we had a little sidebar with Hightower from the Police Academy films.
Yes.
He looks like that as well.
Yeah, he looks like him more than Christopher McDonald, honestly, but
he does, yes.
Maybe
it is him. Maybe it's him. Should we look that up?
Oh, we got 3 more comments. Let's find out. This one.
Sex fuck, cheaper and fast, fuck tender.
We are cheaper and fast.
We are cheaper and fast.
I'm noticing a theme here.
We are cheaper and fast.
Good job, YouTube. I just want to say good job, YouTube, with you keeping your spam on.
Well, I feel
a really good job.
I feel honored that some kind of porno connection site is using us because they must think we have lots of followers.
But what do you think is going to happen? Like, are they going to show up next and just take over the show? Like,
I want you to fuck me, Larry.
I really hope so. That'd be nice.
Like I would actually like that more if it just took over our show. I had no control. It was like, oh, we're watching the spam. Oh, she's putting what in her asshole? Oh, Susan.
This is just like that sort of the Midnight Hour with that awful Rod Zerloin.
Rob Zerloin.
Well, would you look over
there? Fiction.
That looks like your buck. That is not my buck. I killed my buck. I'm going to kill this one too.
I'll kill you too.
Hey, he's getting away. No.
Question. Okay. Regardless of what he says right here, why the fuck does this guy deserve to die over this?
Because he's just an awful, awful man.
Is he, or he just wanted to hunt a deer on someone else's land? Like,
that's why I'm saying fiction, because I don't know, but this one might be real, because if this one's real, then the next one's going to be fake. If this one is fake, then the next one's going to be real. I think it's going to be the reverse.
I hope it's the second part, because I said fact in the next one.
Yes, you did.
Is this story of vengeance in the forest based on a real event? Not this time. It never happened.
There we go.
We did it, Dick.
We did it together.
We kept Frank from getting a point.
Frank is fucked.
All right, so
He's
this
so
one's
far behind.
fiction.
It's not even funny. Jared will catch up. Will beat Frank in no time with half an episode.
I'm actually giving Frank points for today, by the way.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm being very generous right now.
That's hilarious. I think that's better yet.
Right now, Frank has 7 points.
Wow, that's better than he ever did watching the show physically.
Yeah, he made a point today. So without that point today, 2.5. He has 6 points.
Wow.
In his 3.5 episodes he's done. Remember that one episode he showed halfway through?
Yeah.
And I was like, do we restart? But one episode he showed like partway through the first story about the tattoo guy, the demon tattoo.
Yes, the devil's tattoo, yeah.
That was 2 episodes ago. The devil's tattoo, episode 310. All right, so the next episode is called Tribal Curse. Why do I keep getting the short ones? A white man who looks like a Matt LeBlanc is a journalist in some.
No, he's not a journalist. He's an anthropologist, but he's writing a paper on indigenous people of Amazon or wherever he's at.
Watch how heavy these quotes are. He's down in South America.
South America.
Doing something about this tribe, and he's trying to fuck this girl. And they keep saying it's a remote tribe, but they all know English.
Yes.
People in South America don't know English. It's not Europe. They just don't know English for the most part. So if they're remote in any way, literally zero English.
You know what would have been funnier, though? If this guy, he introduced baseball to the natives, and they were playing the game of baseball, and he hits it, but it fouls, and it hits the old man in the head, and that's what kills him.
We got a Simon Birch situation going on?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember watching Simon Birch in middle school, high school, like in a class, and I'm like, Jim Carrey's in it. That's all I remember. And a foul ball kills the guy's dad.
Yes, Simon Birch is a very, very awkward, strange movie.
Fuck that movie. Yeah. It was like a attempt at a tearjerker, but I'm like, this movie's fucking stupid.
Well, it was weird characters. That Simon Birch was like a little freak, like a little midget freak thing.
Couldn't tell you what happened in the movie.
He's like he was basically Vern Troyer's brother.
And Vern Troyer is an even sadder story. That's real.
Yes.
You watch him. He's on a little tricycle, driving around the celebrity rehab house at the end of his life.
Yeah.
Drinking a scotch, fit the scotch, going, I'm going to grab your titties and pussy, lady. And they're like, no, you fucking weird freak. And then he died. And you're like, that's sad as shit. That's not funny, Mike Myers. Come on. Here's a testament to Mike Myers.
Mike Myers hasn't been funny in 20 years.
Well, here's the testament. I want you to pay attention as well. Watch the internet. Don't go out of your way, is the point. He has a new show on Netflix where he plays 7 different characters on 6 different episodes.
I've seen it, yeah.
You've seen the show or you've seen the story?
I've seen this ad, and I saw some of it in someone's reviews for it, and they say it's awful.
That's because you're human.
Yes.
You've not seen the show because you're a fucking it's like it's only watched by robots on Netflix. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, I like Mike Myers. I'll admit it. I don't know. I have no problem with the guy. He seems like a real asshole, according to Dana Carvey, who I also side with way more than Mike Myers.
Yeah, I would say I'd go with Dana on that one.
Dana is definitely the more reasonable of the two, but also, hey, who's done the most movies that I like?
Yes, true.
Fortunately, it's Mike Myers.
Mike Myers is very talented, and that's where that ego comes from. He knows he's good.
Yeah,
and
he's made a lot of money off this sort of shit. So
yeah, it was his what do you call it? His I dropped the word.
Doesn't matter. Right. So
it's fine.
He has a new show, and I'm like, it was like some weird civilization within some. I saw the thing on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, haven't heard a fucking peep. Not one single word about this show. It's got to be awful.
No, it's bad, yeah.
Oh, we have 5 more comments. I wonder what those are.
Oh, Tinder fuck.
Oh, here we go.
Love the cheap fuck, then we're in.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm so squishy.
Those are fun. Oh, let me turn that off then.
Are you interested in cheap fuck? Yeah. Where do I go?
Do they play with Cheap Trick at a county fair?
Surrender! I don't know if that's them.
So the girl who he's in love with was like, my uncle would not allow it. I'm a princess. You're some white dude from Ohio. I can't do that.
Yeah, this is so weird.
And then he dies after he talks to him. And we talked about Face Off for a little bit. We talked about the brother, Pollux Troy.
Pollux Troy, who is in The Many Saints of Newark.
Yes.
He plays Christopher Moltisanti's father.
And his real name is like Alessandro something.
Yeah, he's 100% Italian.
Yes, but he seems like the whitest guy ever in Face Off. And I love that they're so remote, but they know English, even so much that the tribe leader knows English. Perfect English. Like there's no like, how do you like?
There's no Indian talk like. There's no Indian talk like. Great spirit came from sky, brought you here, and our crops have failed because you were here. We need you to leave the tribe.
Because when you're lazy as a writer, you do perfect English, and then right below that is what Dick just mentioned, the broken English. Below that is translator, and below that is what this did. Is just they know English. It's any space movie, like Marvel. Right. Everyone just knows English.
Well, to be
Thanos
fair,
shows up knowing English.
I think they have a universal translator in their brain,
but they don't ever mention it. It's not.
They might have. I think in Guardians they do.
They mention They mention what it is, but they don't mention that everyone fucking has it for some reason.
Right? Yeah.
Apparently, he's the world's greatest salesman. Have sold these all over the galaxy. But anyway,
hi there. I'm sorry.
He goes in there. She goes. No one is allowed in in his little death hut. Because when he dies, it takes some time, and then he becomes a crow. And then it cuts to something we saw in the preamble of the episode, where it's like next story, and we saw the episode where he's in the fucking hut taking a picture of the dead body. So we saw that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because they had a the next segment is this, and they show a clip for the next segment, which is stupid. They never done it before. The other shows now, I don't even think the third season did that.
No, but they rush it for this one because they didn't have enough footage.
Probably. I think, they must have screwed up on. That's why Jonathan Frakes doesn't have any hair. Maybe this episode got screwed up and they were behind and they had to fill it in somewhere. So Frakes had to come in and reshoot that segment to change the time. To fix the time issues.
For the love of God, it's Frakes.
I don't fucking care.
I know, but why?
Whatever. Jonathan Frakes. They say Frakes or Frank?
Frakes.
Frakes.
There's no N.
Jonathan Franken. Hey, I'm Al Franken's brother. I'm Stuart Smalley's brother.
Hey, I'm Andrew Dice Franken.
Bunch of pussy in here. Oh, you think we killed a koala bear? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, at the end is he takes a picture and then yells with the princess.
Yeah.
You know, weird scene where he touched her hair and she's like, "Stop it, motherfucker. Stop." Dude,
he's just a weird pervert guy.
I want Joey Cipriani touching my fucking hair. No.
He's bothering this underage girl, and she's the chief's granddaughter, and he dies in his bird suit, and because he wanted to be a crow, and the crow attacks him, and he falls and dies.
They mix like South American cultures with Native American because she's building a dream catcher for him, and I'm like,
it's all over the place.
I don't think they did that because that's who am I to say? But that's from what I hear, mostly like Native, Indians out here in the northern America, if you will.
Right. Yes.
But I'm amazed they didn't hire Graham Greene to show up to be one of these people. I'm seriously amazed they didn't get him.
Graham Greene wasn't an Indian.
Really?
He was the guy from the Star Bonanza, wasn't he? Wasn't he in like 5,000 episodes of Bonanza? Graham Greene? He's the guy with white hair?
The guy from Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Graham Greene? Oh, the Indian guy. The guy from Dancing with Wolves and
Green Mile.
Green Mile. Is that his name?
Graham Greene.
Is it Graham Greene?
What? I've seen Die Hard with a Vengeance 10,000 times that his name
Graham
popped up.
Greene. Yeah, no, I love him.
I'm
I love
amazed he
him.
wasn't involved with this production.
Yes.
He's a Canadian actor.
Well, that's why. Is he Canadian? Oh, there you go.
Just
No,
wanna
he's
know.
too busy. He's too busy making real movies. He has to be on
He's in a ton of great movies. I
He's
love
in
the
Maverick. He's great in Maverick. He's great in Die Hard with Vengeance.
But I'm clicking on his first photo in IMDb.
He's
Boom.
great. He's great in Green Mile. There you go. Well, he's an Indian.
Boom.
What do you
Second
want?
photo.
Oh,
Third photo. Fourth photo.
Wait, what is that?
The Detour.
What is that? Where is he? I don't even see him. Oh, he was good in that movie with Jessica Chastain, I think. And
I haven't seen him old. This is fucking 9 years ago. Oh shit.
is he retired? Does he act anymore? I think he shows up in some. He just shows up in shows. Oh, I think he was in.
He's still doing. Oh damn, really still doing it.
Oh, good.
Good for him.
I love him. He was so that moment that he's in Green Mile is such a great part. Like he's so good in like the 2 minutes. He's only in the movie for like 8 minutes, but those 8 minutes he's just great because he has that scene where like Tom Hanks is kind of consoling him before he gets executed. He goes, "I had me a woman once when I was 18. We met a cabin in the woods and we made love every night. Kind of would like to go back to that place where I was young and wasn't foolish. Live a happy life." I was like, "Oh, that's really sad."
Well, he's way more descriptive. We lay on the the bearskin rug in front of the fireplace. Her sweat would drop off her nipples onto my chest, and it's like, dude.
She had a big hairy bush. I really loved the hairy bush.
He goes in so much detail that Tom Hanks is like, "Yeah, what else?"
He jerks it. Just like William Sadler from Kinsey.
Which I could not find a clip of, by the way.
You couldn't find it. Well, it's pretty. No. I think the reason why is because it's a controversial clip. He does say, "I've had sexual relations with 500 people, 45 animals, and 23 children." Like he goes into detail, and it's just like, ugh. It's an uncomfortable scene.
You know what I hate about? Sorry, go continue.
No, that's all. It's an uncomfortable scene because they're trying to. Kinsey's bringing all these perverts because he wants to know. Good? Not really. It's Liam Neeson fucking makes out with Peter Sarsgaard, which is awkward. And I guess his dick is so big, Laura Linney can't take it because like they have to fuck in a certain way.
Oh shit! I fell asleep.
That fast. William Sadler, ladies and gentlemen. Like William Sadler. Hey. No pictures, you pinko bitch.
Hey, say fairly well to this show. Sorry, where are we? Just want to say fairly well. No, I already did that.
Fucking you.
No, so the crow chases him after it goes down the clearly like cut jungle scene set that they had. And it's like bamboo there, which
obviously
is Chinese.
Park. Yeah, it's not.
Like it's awful. And they chases him down, and then it kills him by him going. If they do like an interpretive editing where it's crow guy running, crow kind of moving down. After
they do a weird slow motion effect, and then he's like cut. He's underneath the waterfall, broken up amongst the rocks with his eyes picked out.
He's like on the top rocks going.
So I said, did I say this is fake? And you said fake, or you said real?
You said fiction.
Yes.
I said fact.
Oh, okay. This is gonna be exciting.
You had some. You were like, "Whoa, really?" Like when I said fact. I don't know why. I'm just going against you. I can't win this episode.
It makes sense. I mean,
I can only get one below you. We can only finish where we started here.
I think this is just arbitrary. It's arbitrary. These episodes.
Yeah, because the next episode we agreed on were both facts. So this one I said fact.
What about the story of the young man who refused to take the native curse seriously?
Got a bad feeling right now. Watch the interpretive editing.
Oh!
Crow's nowhere near him.
Did the legend of the crow really take place?
Fuck. He's got a smirk on. God damn it.
Not necessarily. Hold on, he's a good
No,
actor.
wait.
Not a chance.
See?
Ah! Told you.
God damn you, Jonathan Frakes.
Because it was too goofy. Remember, there's too many different things going on at the same time in that episode. You had dream catchers, you had Mayan custom, you had Native American custom. It was all over the place.
You're 3 points ahead of me now.
Ooh, it's gotta feel good.
I can't leave with any more points. I can't catch up because our next one we agreed on. So, fuck. Okay, your turn. The card game. First story was horse. Second is dog. Third is deer. Fourth is crow. This one is dog. This is a themed episode with animals, by the way. So tell everyone about the card game.
This one really takes the cake. You got a guy. First off, they're trying to say, yeah, Deadwood Saloon, 18, blah, blah, blah. And then, oh, by the way, it's present day. Ooh. They do that little
1997.
Yeah, so
What?
stupid. June 3rd, 1997, about a month after we cleaned out Reggie. And this guy's basically they're card cheats. And they got this one guy who's a pigeon. And he just was losing. And he thinks he wins, but doesn't realize.
Literal pigeon.
No, he's a man. He's a man, yes. He is a man. And he doesn't write for pussies or women because he's a man. He writes for men because he's a man. That's Sam Elliott's quote on John Milius. He doesn't write for pussies. And he doesn't write for women because he writes for men because he's a man. That's like the greatest. I want that to be on my tombstone. I want people to be like, he didn't write for pussies.
No, live. Change right to live. He didn't live for pussies.
He didn't live for pussies or women. He lived for men because he's a man. Wait a minute. That doesn't work.
No, that's why I set you up for that.
Wait a minute. Hold on. No, but this episode is the segment. So you got these guys that basically are con guys. They're basically this guy's an idiot first off because he's dressed up like a fucking cowboy because it's like throwback night in Deadwood weekend or something. And the cards, he's lifting them too high and looking at them. He doesn't realize there's a mirror behind him, and they can see his cards from that angle. Like, is he that stupid? Because he's been losing literally for like a month. He's been losing money every weekend. He goes here and he loses money, and then his watch. It's a $3,000 bet, and he goes, "Well, I'll throw in his pocket watch. It's worth at least north of $3,000. I know that. It's my wife gave it to me." And he throws it in there, and he loses, of course, because he has a full house. And then the other guy says, "I have a fuller house." And
even more Stamos.
Oh God! And then he's been stealing. He has cards under the table, and that's why
fuller
the cards...
house is when you donate more money to Becky.
Oh, and she goes. She tries to send her kid to college, and she's
lying. That's what happens in a fuller house.
And then you go to prison, and then your career
it's when you have many more queens.
And then you come out looking like a total cunt because you're such a bitch. Like you come out looking so bad. At least Felicity Huffman had the decency to serve her term and said, "You know what? I apologized. I wanted to get my kids further in life. I did it the wrong way. I apologize, but I will do my time." And she did. Lori Loughlin tried to fight it. She lost and her kids are awful. Like she had Instagram kids. And they're Instagram stars or celebrities. And you're like, oh my God, like my mom is going to prison.
And they're way too old to be Instagram celebrities.
You're like 30 or they're mid-20s, I think, because they're all in college.
Still.
I don't know if they were post-college. I think they were in college when this was all going on. This was like 2 years ago now. Time flies when you're having fun. Actually, this might have been before COVID. So this might have been like 3 or 4 years ago.
How old are Lori
Laughlin's shitty kids?
22 and 23.
Well, there you go. Yeah, they were in college. They were Instagram stars. Maybe they're not anymore, but I don't know because it got destroyed. But they really got fucked up. That ruined everybody's career in that family because they just look so bad. They look so fucking terrible. I mean, bad. They look so bad. But
continue with the episode.
This episode. So this guy loses, and they're cheats. They have like the cards under the table. He's pulling them out, and obviously cheat. I don't know how the guy can't see that. He's right in front of him, taking cards underneath the table. So whatever. So they cheat him, and then 3 months goes by, and this other guy comes walking in. He's got a dog with him. And first off, why let him in with a dog? It's a bar in Deadwood. I don't think they're gonna be like, yeah, we got those, animal right laws where you have a puppy that you love you can bring in here. It was like a big fucking Cujo looking dog, and it's like this is 1997. Those laws weren't happening yet. They might have been trying to get them done because now you can bring a fucking peacock on a plane if it's your fucking spirit animal or whatever.
Therapy.
Your stupid therapy animal. Yeah, so stupid.
It's my therapy animal.
Fucking pussies. I'm so sick of people. You know what? I'm so sick of these people in there. You're so negative. Why are you so negative? Because you're all fucking dumb. That's why I'm negative. You're all stupid. Ugh, anyway, this guy comes to town. They play him. They're playing cards, and they're trying to cheat him, but they can't because the dog seems to know every time this guy's cheating. So he's trying to pull the card under the table. The dog basically walks under the table and like bites his hand. So the guy like, "Oh, I see you. Don't do that."
The dog's Tim Allen, the dog.
Yeah. And then so as the show progresses or the segment progresses, he loses money. Then they wipe him out, and then the guy goes, "Next time you better think twice about cheating." You hear me? He goes, "Yeah, you win." And he left, and then they're like, "I can't. That old man looks so familiar. I don't know who he is. I don't either." And they pan up, and it's his picture. It's Judge Roy Bean, who died in 1903. He's a famous judge in the West.
But this is where I get pissed off.
With his dog in the picture, too.
The first guy goes, "My wife made me this for an anniversary. It's worth $2,000 or $3,000, whatever he says. All right, here's this," and he loses. And then it shows the judge at the end. He holding that same pocket watch.
So it was his pocket watch.
But it's like
big point of the episode. Yeah,
that's
the whole point of the story.
He came back because his pocket watch
came back for the pocket watch because it was stolen.
He doesn't want that guy to have it because he's a cheat.
I think that was the idea, but they don't say that. Yeah, that's the thing.
Say it if that's your fucking point. That's my point.
Kind of bothers me about the episodes. Like that's a big pertinent part of the show. That's why it's like, oh, maybe it's fake because that part wasn't mentioned, or maybe it's real because of that part wasn't mentioned.
Point is, though, we both said fact.
We did?
Oh, we have 3 more comments. I wonder what those are.
Oh my god! Oh fuck! Oh. Cheapest sex dating. Oh, find and fuck.
Find and fuck. I loved that game as a kid.
Cheapest sex. Oh, all of them.
I played that game with my grandma. That's a fun game.
Find and fuck.
Find
and
fuck.
Not and in.
Yeah, you play hide and seek with your grandparents. You find your grandma. Find and fuck. You get the name.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
So let's watch the resolution here. Let's find out if this is fact or fiction and find out if we had the same score, which we will. It doesn't matter what happens here. This ending is irrelevant, just like the episode was.
Now let's turn to the story of the card cheats and the player that taught them a lesson.
He said playa. You hear that? Ending in the A.
Playa. Oh, by the way, the other guy was the Beaver's older brother, Wally. Didn't know that until like the very end.
You're the loser, Lucky. Catch you cheating again, and I'm not going to be so easy on you.
Did a story about a card game similar to this one actually happen?
It did. He has no smirk here. This is fact. I'm trying to predict his guesses because when he's about to lie to you, you get a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
See?
Wow. Wait, what? How? Explain to me how that's real. Explain to me how it's a fact.
Maybe Don LaFontaine will at the end.
No, he'll just say these were heavily researched by our writers.
Frank got one right today, by the way.
So we both got this one right.
You were right on all the last 4. Therefore, wow. Frank has 1 point.
Wow, that's pathetic, Frank.
That's what I said. Are you sure your theme or what's the phrasing I use in that chat? You're gonna go against the guy who's in first place. That's your plan here. He's like, yeah, I got to catch up. But that's what happens if you do all different. Whatever. Let's continue here and finish. I think
that was it.
So, how did you do with all of our stories of mysterious animals?
Bad.
Pretty good,
Were you able to tell the difference between fact or fiction? Or were we able to prove that in both the human world and the animal kingdom, things can often appear beyond belief?
You see, the parrot episode should have been.
Join us for more stories on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Oh, Dick Clark. So I forget, was the Tribal Curse one, was that real or no?
No, Travel Curse was fake.
Okay. So
Deer Hunters was real.
No, Deer Hunters was fiction.
Was it fiction? Okay.
So fiction, fact, fiction, fiction, fact.
Yes.
I just forgot that one, Tribal Curse.
Yeah.
So here's what I do for my spreadsheet here. So I put, you can't see it, but
look at that. All that work for this.
It takes 3 seconds to put it in here.
No, yeah.
But here's the name of it, and then I put, at the end, I put fact or fiction here, and then I put points at who gets it.
Oh,
and then
wow, look at that. Look at you. Look at you.
I also put Frank Dick guesses right here to reference this episode.
I'm at 29. You're at 26?
29 to 26. Because you had 4 right, I had 2 right. So you had 2 more on me. You were 1 ahead before, now you're 3 ahead.
Shit. That's exciting.
It is.
Man. This is fun. Like I said, but that's the thing. These shows, when we try to explain to Frank how to break these shows down, you have to think like, okay, what piece of this tale could I use and extrapolate this one piece to make it a real, to fake it, meaning real. Because there's no fucking way that Roy Bean's ghost came to the poker table and played poker with these guys. I think a guy came to a poker game with a dog, and the dog would find out if you're a cheater. That part was probably true, but everything else is fake. Everything else is a lie.
I think a guy was like, that guy kind of looks like him. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. The guy looked nothing like him in real life.
It's not, yeah. This guy was black.
And you get a guy going, yeah, I told you. And then the newspaper story's like, oh, local small town. And that's all you need.
It was the black blind guy from the early episode. That was him and his dog.
Yeah.
That was the true story.
That's all you need.
And then they left and they got killed.
I did notate in my notes here that I wrote waiting for an animal, and then a dog showed up eventually. I wrote clearly a gay bar, and then I wrote Deadwood, a gay bar for erectile dysfunctional seniors.
Right.
Because it did feel at one point like a gay bar.
Yes, it did.
It was all these guys sitting around going, he's so lucky over there. Oh, he's so lucky.
Oh,
here comes this man with a mustache. He's going to take him on. Oh, he's taking him on. And it's like, this is a gay bar. Let's face it. Because it's not 1840. It's 1997.
Yes.
He kicks the one guy out in the beginning, and he gets pushed into the traffic. And he's like, oh, and lives. The stupid reveal there was unnecessary. I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, well. That's the thing about the show. You have to break through the veneer.
You have 29. I now have 26. We separated ourselves by 3 points now. I look forward to episode 304, which will be done on episode 113.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
In the meantime, we have Inside Number 9, 404 to have in the hold. Episode 111 is Tales from the Crypt, Lower Berth. Another Tales from the Cryptic.
Yeah.
And then we have Inside Number 9, 505, Thinking Out Loud.
Oh, okay.
And we have Beyond Belief, 304.
Oh, fantastic.
And then Monsters, and then Darknet.
Hey, Monsters. Monsters is making a comeback. All right.
Then another Beyond Belief.
Shit.
And another Inside Number 9. Then Freddy's Nightmares finally. Then Inside Number 9 again, and then Beyond Belief again.
Okay.
Inside Number 9 again, and then Black Mirror finally. Episode 123, we're finally doing a Black Mirror episode.
Wow.
I just don't care about that show.
I don't either.
I get to say, let's fucking do it and get out of the way.
Right.
I never heard about that episode. I know Jesse Plemons is in it. Plemons, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, no, that's probably the best episode they ever did.
401 USS Callister. That's all I know.
It's a pretty good one.
But let's find out.
It's a good episode.
That'll be in a year. No,
Wow.
So until next time.
Yes,
seven,
Prince Michigan.
7. I give this episode a 7.
Yeah, it was fun. I did. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, 7 sounds good.
There are some that are just totally enjoyable. or
Yes.
on like not. But this one, I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was a
Had
lot of fun. It was a good time.
All right, so I'll give this one a 7. It'll go in our middle tier.
A good time was had by all.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so until next time. In the meantime,
Tick tick. And
and I'm Phoenix West, LIWstudios.com.
I'll see you in hell. Yeah.
Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube.
Good day.
Bye-bye.
Good day, sir. You lose.
You lose. Good day, sir. Underrated movie.
I don't think so. I think it's rated enough.
Underrated by me, I'll say. I thought I hated that movie for the longest time.
Really? Were you confusing it with the Johnny Depp version?
No. I
It's
watched that movie a
awful.
lot as a kid. And
Yeah.
then you get to that point where you're like E.T. I'm the same way, where I'm like, fuck that movie. Then I watched it as an adult, and I'm like, that's a fucking great movie.
I've
really
only
is. So it's my own
Yeah.
fault that I didn't like it as much as I should.
I didn't watch E.T. until I was I didn't watch it until I watched it with a girl on the beach in Long Beach. That was the first time I ever saw it. It was the movies on the beach.
Well, here's a giveaway of when I watched it last. It was a green VHS tape.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that green VHS tape?
Oh yeah, it was like the 20th anniversary edition or something.
No, that was the original.
Was it?
Yeah, the original VHS of that movie.
And this was before they took the shotguns out of the FBI's hand and put
Yes,
radios.
but the whole thing wasn't green. It was just the front little thing that goes up, That was it.
Yeah.
And it was E.T. So I would sit there and watch the shit out of it. And then I was like, one day, same thing with Goonies. And I was like, one day I was like, you know what? Fuck this movie. And then I watched Goonies as an adult, and I'm like, I actually like Goonies. It's not great, but it's fun. It's fine.
Goonies is fine. I'm not the biggest fan, but I enjoy it. It's fine. Like I grew up with it. But yeah. Oh, I mean, I've seen it a number of times. I saw it again. I saw it on the beach. I think that was another one that we saw. It was Goonies.
Same hand job. Carry over.
Yeah, it was fun. It was Goonies, Jurassic Park, and E.T. were the 3 movies I saw on the beach. It was like a month-long thing, and we went the first 2 weeks in June, and we came out in July and saw it because I came back. I was
really
out of town.
specific question here.
No.
What you just said brought up something in my mind with Jurassic Park in the theater.
Yes.
I didn't go and pay to see it in the theater, Jurassic Park, but I saw it in middle school, and they had a big projector and sound system and showed it to us.
Oh, that's nice.
Do I include that in my saw it in the theater list? Because it was all the makings of a theater projected onto a big screen with a big sound system.
Was the sound system good?
Yeah, it's great.
Just like a theater?
I mean, it's not going to be the exact same quality, but like, to me, that's a theater, but also I don't have it on my list of movies I've seen in the theater. But I'm like, it was a fucking theater. It was literally in the theater, which I did stage plays at. On a big screen.
I remember I saw Jurassic Park in the theater.
I need you to make a ruling here. Theater or no theater?
Okay.
200 people there. Way more than you have in a local theater.
No, I say you got a theater project. I think you can say you saw in the theater.
Okay, thank you.
I think it's a theater.
I wanted someone who wasn't there to put that in my mind that it was a theater. So okay.
Yeah, because I don't think when I saw it it was full, but there was probably 180 seat capacity. I don't think it was over 200. No way.
Yeah, but what makes the theater? The people or the screen and audio? Right. That's what
I think the screen and audio. Yeah, no, it's not the people because you can. I've seen Back to the Future in the Mancini Bowl in Modesto because my friend put it on for the city, and there was like 60 people there, and it was like a pull down screen in literally a music bowl, like Hollywood Bowl, but it was the Mancini Bowl, so it was the same design, So that's where we watched it. I wouldn't count that as a theater because it was outside. It was fucking August. It was hot as fuck. It was horrible. And what cracked me up was they forgot how many times shit and goddamn were mentioned in the movie. So it's like, oh shit, there's a lot of cursing in this movie.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, Marco, this was for kids, This was kids' night. And I think he lost his job.
That's what I'm watching Stranger Things season 2, and he has the black kid go in the background or go in the back room with that new redhead girl.
Yes.
And he goes, "Keep it PG-13," and I go, "That means a lot in 1984. That means a lot."
Yes, because PG-13 was basically for movies that weren't quite R,
titties,
but
titties.
almost were R. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, that's a
yeah.
lot in 1984. She could like give him a fucking hand job, really.
So what were your early movies in the theater? Let's name some.
Batman was the first one.
I did not see Batman in the theater.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is my second.
I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the theater, and I didn't like it. I never liked Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action.
Oh, really?
I like the cartoon more, and I think when I saw the TMNT in the theater, I was disappointed because it wasn't the cartoon. It looked too real, and I haven't watched it in like 30 years, so I'm kind of curious to rewatch it. Maybe I'll like it more. But I think Corey Haim's voice or Corey Feldman's voice bugged me to the point where like I don't like this at all. These aren't the Turtles I know. And I know a lot of people love that movie, so I didn't like it. I was the only kid that probably didn't like that movie growing up.
The first one was actually good. After that, it's game off. If you like it, great.
Yeah.
If you don't, I
never saw Secret of the Ooze in theaters. I missed out on that one.
I didn't see it in the theater either.
I didn't see that one. I didn't see the third one. I never saw the third one in any iteration.
That's what I was saying. Seeing the new Batman movie with Robert Pattinson, it's my first Batman movie. Not seeing it in the theater,
right?
That's why it kind of bothered me because I even saw the Ben Affleck ones in the theater.
Right. Yes.
So it's literally my first incarnation of Batman that I didn't see in the theater, and I'm like, now that I saw it, I'm like 3 hours in the theater. Like that's a long fucking time to watch.
It is a long time.
Jeffrey Wright go. We pulled the fingerprints from bullet casings, and
why'd you bring him here?
We think that he's
you can help. He's a consultant. You can help me.
Like, oh my god,
he's a goddamn vigilante, Gordon.
That's all he says that whole movie.
Yeah.
The word "goddamn" is said 55 times in that movie. By the way,
it's quite a bit. Yeah.
The one fuck they give away in the first 12 minutes. Why?
I was reading people like writing about that movie, The Batman, and how they were just trashing Nolan's movies. I was like, Nolan movies are better. Like the Nolan movies are good Batman. What are you guys talking about?
Way better.
Like, they're way better. So I'm just like, how are you saying this is the best Batman movie because it's new? Like, give me a break. These people are so fucking dumb.
Oh, I told you last week.
It's 6 movies.
It sure is the 6th best Batman.
Yeah.
Movie.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, it is.
Light.
No.
I really enjoyed the new one.
I did like the new one. Yes, I liked it. And I thought Pattinson was good. I enjoyed it. I love Colin Farrell as Penguin, but that was great.
And I love
you two stupid guys don't know Spanish.
I love when he's like, "Hey, I'm still here. Am I invisible?" They walk out, he's still handcuffed to the thing, and that's where they leave him.
Yeah, oh god,
it was great.
It was good. There's some good stuff in there.
Paul Dano, we talked about Paul Dano for a while.
Yeah, he's great. It's not a bad movie. It's just it's too long. Not enough action. You need to have more action set pieces, and then you'll probably be all right. But that car chase was good.
The end action sequence comes out of nowhere, and it felt like a video game. It's part of the problem.
Yeah,
it's like a Laura Croft in Tomb Raider Batman. It's like jump to this next, and it's swaying over the stadium for some reason. They're all there, and the city got flooded. Why did they focus more on that?
You know the saddest thing of all of that scene where Pattinson takes out the serum and injects it in his leg. There's a comic book called it talks about Venom. It's the venom that Bane uses to make himself big in the comics.
I was just gonna say,
yeah. So there was a whole storyline about the Venom. So that comic book spiked up for a week because they thought, oh my god, that's the Venom formula. So it's going to be a big part of the next movie. So that comic book shot up 80%. You could buy it for $1 any time of the week, and then all of a sudden it was like a $20 comic because it was mentioned in the movie that it might be Venom. That's how speculative comics work, which is so bizarre, but that's how it is. Because Eternals, when the Eternals was coming out, not when it came out, mind you, when the trailer came out, everybody was taking those Eternal books and grading them and selling like the 9.8s for 5,000, 10,000. You know, the original versions of the run of that comic. Now you can't give them away. Nobody wants them because the movie sucks so bad.
The movie was no. I don't think the movie sucks. I think it's unnecessary.
Yes.
It is the most time I've wasted watching a movie I don't care about.
Wow.
But I don't hate it. I watch it and I go, yeah.
Whatever, they're all the
I
same.
don't know who these people are. Ask me one character's name. Good fuck. You have to put a gun in my head, and I would just like shoot me. I'd rather be dead than think about that movie again. Because nothing stuck. Camille Nanjiani was there, but his character name, no fucking idea.
I think he was.
He was the Hindu actor guy, and there we go. We got John Carpenter in the background now.
Oh yeah.
Take a break in a minute here. I want to save this though.
Let's do it.
Eternal. I actually watched Black Widow twice now.
Black Widow?
Yeah.
I'll probably watch it again one of these days.
Second time I liked it a lot more.
Right, yeah.
I
didn't hate it. It was fine. It's just like whatever.
No, first time I was like, 6. Second time I was like, now I'm not impatient. It's got a different pace to it. What's her name didn't bother me as much because she wasn't stealing all the scenes the second time around.
Florence Pugh.
Florence Pugh. She's way better than Scarlett Johansson is in the movie.
You're a poser. You're always posing.
What is this? What is this? Her little fucking.
But Sam made a good point about that.
Judd improv she does.
They made a good point though, because it's like this stupid movie with one scene kind of kills the whole point of the Black Widow character, because she talks about they take your uterus and rip it out out of you. How you don't have one, but it's crazy. They rip it out, and it's just like that was such a big controversial moment in Age of Ultron, and at the time, I guess they almost told Josh Whedon to cut it from the movie, Marvel, because it was too dark, too fucked up for her training montage, and then ends up being a joke in this movie. So it's like, well, I guess they don't care anymore. It's the standards and practices have changed dramatically at Marvel.
It didn't bother me.
It's just weird. It's just funny how that happens. It's like, and then Josh Whedon, his career's over because they fucking took him down in Chinatown with the whole Me Too shit. He got wiped out. He's done. He had done ski.
He's got to go to France now.
You got to go to France and get Quaaludes and bang 15-year-old girls in hot tubs that are owned by Jack Nicholson.
That part was a revelation to me.
Yeah,
we'll be right back. Gotta go potty.
Goodbyes.
We'll be right back.
But all right, hold on.
To briefly talk about pro-life.
Yeah, it's very brief.
Very brief.
Very brief.
All right, hold on.
Be half-hour episode.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless Book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. Number 10, never give up, regardless of reality. Reality doesn't really exist to you, because if you remember, you're always correct. You can't be wrong. So reality is this kind of a made-up scenario around you. It's kind of a framework that doesn't really apply to you at all. Reality is not your friend. Reality is to be ignored. After all, if you're the greatest, how could reality differ from that? So whatever you're thinking in your crazy mind, it's right. So reality doesn't apply to you. Remember, these people are holding you back. So once you let go of them, you can soar like an eagle. Why couldn't you jump off a building and flap your arms fast enough to soar around the heavens and fly above us all, look down on us like a weird eagle? Why couldn't that happen? Reality is not an option. You can't afford to live in that world because you are better than that world. No matter how ridiculous your dreams may seem, they're possible. Even if it's not working out, it's still working out. Do you understand that? It doesn't matter what's really happening around you. As long as you believe that it's happening and that you can do it, you can achieve it. It can happen. It can be your reality. Your reality. As I like to say, you are not under the umbrella of reality. Only lesser people are. Never ever give up, even if it seems out of hand or out of grasp or very, very implausible or sometimes even impossible. Never give up. Ever give up.
Welcome back. Oh, we got one more. Well, so much porn to choose from, Frank. Okay, I don't know what to do with that, Frank.
You saw the Tinder fucking.
Tinder fucking.
Because it's Tinder, remember? Fuck Tinder.
I can get rid of this fucking Elvis shit. What's...
Now, Scylla, how about you a Harley Davidson that Christopher Titus is going to sell?
I love Christopher Titus.
God damn it, honey. I love you. But, Scylla, Christopher Titus needs this more than you. Wise man say, only pro-life Russian.
Oh, let me start recording. All right, go ahead.
Are we on it?
Yeah, we're on it. Okay,
we're on it right now.
Frank's bullshit here.
Well, come on board. Come on board, Frank.
Frank, if you didn't watch John Carpenter's Pro-Life, which changed from, look over me here, 2006, and now it's 2007, according to IMDb.
Really?
Apparently it changed on me here. Oh,
what year was Cigarette Burns? 2005?
Boom. So Cigarette Burns, rather, was...
It had to be 2005 then.
I don't even give a shit. I don't know.
You're not wrong.
It's Mick Garris. I love you. The show. I get the idea and why it would be fun, but if you don't have money,
This episode felt like a Twilight Zone episode from 2002.
Boring as shit.
Except for really graphic violence.
When it
was shown.
2005.
This
December
episode?
16th. No, Cigarette Burns.
Yeah, I was going to say 2005.
This is March 20th of 2007. Let me play the intro here.
It's a bomb! He's got a bomb!
Welcome to LAW John
Carpenter. Words never spoken.
25, Masters of the Horror 205, Pro-Life from 2007, not 6. Phoenix West.
Take it.
Yeah, this will be a very, very short one. What the fuck do we have to talk about here? It's 57 minutes long.
Yeah, it
feels
really,
like a 3.5 hour movie.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I'm getting rid of John.
But it just
really?
wasn't. I thought it was going to be really bad because I think I was confusing it with Joe Dante's Homecoming episode, which was about 9/11 guys or Afghanistan soldiers that came back and they were zombies, something like that. I never saw it, but I saw the trailer for it, and I think I always confused that episode with this episode for some reason.
Joe Dante, what?
Joe Dante. I think it's called Homecoming. He did the second season. He did Homecoming, Master of the Horror. That's what it was called. It was Joe Dante. Yeah, Joe Dante episode, and I think that's where I was getting the confusion.
So that's episode 106. So that's the first season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have these all. Maybe we should talk about this eventually on Anthology series review.
I hope not.
Yeah, it's just it's like they handed in like the first drafts of whatever scripts they had from people who were like us in film school, like and they're like, yeah, fucking produce this, master director. It doesn't matter how great of a director you are. If you have the worst dog shit script, it doesn't fucking matter.
And it's just like what John Landis said in that interview with Mick Garris from the 80s, where it was John Landis, John Carpenter, and David Cronenberg. What a weird trio that was. Like, John Carpenter and John Landis were funny. Dave Cronenberg was just so up his own ass. It's like,
oh, yeah.
David Cronenberg's annoying. I hate David Cronenberg. He's just a weirdo. But he's like he had some good points talking about cinema, but at the same time, he's like, okay, get off your high horse, dude. You're a genius. We all know you're a genius. Whatever.
Is he?
No, he's not.
He's the first Rob Zombie director. Great.
I like to make movies about body horror, and it's a pussy, but it's not a pussy. It's a VCR for a tape, and you put the tape in the VCR pussy. And I wanted to do that in Videodrome.
He has 3 movies that are not the body horror. and I love two of them, and one of them I really enjoy.
I love Dead Zone.
So that's the one I'm saying I really enjoy.
Yeah, I love Dead Zone. I think that's one of my favorite movies.
But
I love
it's not
Eastern
body
Promises. I know. Eastern Promises, History of Violence. Yeah.
Eastern Promises, History of Violence.
Yeah.
And then
and
The Fly to...
Fly, I don't remember. I think, and I've seen Dead Ringers.
Videodrome.
Dead Ringers becomes a body horror at the end, and there's illusions to it, but it's not like a
Crash.
full on. Crash is a fucking wacky movie. What was the other one? The first one you saw?
I have not seen Cosmopolis, and I have
Cosmopolis is just boring.
I did see his one before Cosmopolis. What was that called? It's got Julianne Moore and John Cusack and
the Star
Maps of the Stars. I saw that and I was bored out of my fucking mind.
Yeah, I heard that one's terrible.
I was so bored.
I'm curious to see Existence. That was like 1999. I want to see that one because it's supposed to be pretty good. That's one I hear.
Yeah,
it's surprisingly good. So I need to watch that one. It's just I think it's the Jude Law factor. That's why I never watched it.
Jude Law factor and the fact that it's the most 90s title ever.
Yes.
For a guy who's not like the person of the time. You know what I mean? He's always in the wings, and here he is with the most 90s title ever.
Let's look that up.
With X's.
Is that on Amazon right now? Existence.
Oh God, it
is.
I do hear it is decent though.
I'll pay for it $2.99.
And I do want to see Videodrome because I've never actually watched it.
Well, hell, it's got great cast: Jude Law, Ian Holm, William Dafoe, Christopher Eccleston, Sarah Pauli.
Yeah, but look up the cast of Maps of the Stars.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's like John Cusack giving these deep yoga poses to Julianne Moore, and like he finishes them, like, and it was like, by the way, my husband might be murdered. And it's like, what?
Okay. David Cronenberg has directed 46 films. He's acted in 38 films.
I don't want to put the man down as saying like he's all bullshit. I'm just saying not my style, not my cup of tea.
Shit, he's in Slasher.
He's halfway there to David Lynch.
He's in Slasher,
the TV show.
Yeah,
he
plays characters. He plays character Spencer. 8 episodes.
8 episodes of it.
It says 8 episodes. Spencer.
Okay, David Cronenberg Slasher. I'm curious now.
He's in Alias Grace. He's in a bunch of stuff as an actor. It's kind of weird. I know he was in he was in Alias. He was in Alias. He's in Jason X.
Now I remember watching that and going, oh, and I explained to my wife who David Cronenberg was, so I remember that.
Guess what?
He's also Peter Bogdanovich when we're watching Sopranos.
Yeah.
The director who's an actor in a role. And I go, okay, that's Peter Bogdanovich. He's a director. I don't like his movies that much, and now he's dead. And that's my story with Peter Bogdanovich.
David Cronenberg was in a movie called a little film that we've talked about on this show, The Stupids. Postal Supervisor. He's in The Stupids.
A movie which, if a jury of his peers voted guilty, would not exist. And you know what I'm saying here? Because that's a John Landis movie.
Oh, that's right. He was in Into the Night as well.
From 96.
Another Landis movie.
So if a jury of John Landis's peers would have said guilty, we would not have The Stupids.
No, we would not have had The Stupids. But we also wouldn't have had Innocent Blood. We wouldn't have had Blues Brothers 2000.
Which I hear, I've never seen it, and
I've never seen it. I can't do it.
I don't watch comedy sequels.
Yeah, I can't do it. No way.
I tell you, this one genre I can't. I consider that a genre unto itself. Comedies are one genre. Comedy sequels are a different genre.
Right.
It's like the most desperate thing you'll ever fucking see. Which I think is why I hate Bad Boys 2, because I consider Bad Boys a comedy.
Right.
But Bad Boys 2 I consider a desperate comedy.
It's very scary.
That's why I don't like it. But anyway, pro-life. It's a really simple story. It's a Masters of Horror episode.
It felt like a Twilight Zone 2002 episode to me. Just the way it was shot.
Yes.
It's so boring. It's so blandly shot, which is surprising because John Carpenter's a pretty good visual director. He just didn't care. It was just, this was for money. This was like,
I don't think it was, I think it was a favor to Mick Garris. That's really,
maybe,
I like Mick Garris. Okay, I'll do an episode. No, okay, another one. Fine. Yeah. What script? Oh, this one sounds like Assault on Precinct 13. Yeah, I'll do that one.
It's whatever.
I really feel like that's what it was. Here, Mick, and I don't begrudge either one of those gentlemen anything.
No, that's what it was. It wasn't Assault Precinct. It was basically every single John Carpenter movie in one 1 hour show, because it had the Thing in there, it had the Prince of Darkness theme in there, it had Big Trouble in Little China in there. I'm pushing that.
Did it?
No, not really. But I love the father, the father character of who's there.
I'm from
here because no. The other father character who dragged his daughter there because she got pregnant. Yeah. And he's like, "We're here because of your mistake, you stupid fucking bitch."
Yeah,
like, shut your fucking mouth,
didn't he? He was totally
that. Oh, it's hilarious.
You
and
fucking
cunt. And then the women that are in there, like the nurse and the none of these people have, like, it's so weird. All these characters, there's a lot of characters in this episode, yet they do nothing. Nothing happens to them.
Well, the problem is,
it's so bizarre. This whole episode, really just nothing happens. It's kind of lame.
The problem is, John Carpenter's like, I'm going to set this up like one of my movies. Oh, I have half an hour less than I usually do.
And half the budget.
And I normally don't focus on my characters too much because I'm John Carpenter.
Yeah.
What the fuck they just get killed. At one point where Ron Perlman's youngest son is like, I can't do this. And he's a shotgun outside when they We'll get to the plot in a second here, but he's outside and he shoots the dad in the stomach and the dad's like, "You killed me." And he's like,
blows
his fucking head off.
Yeah, it's super violent.
Cuts. You never see that youngest son or that daughter and mother again.
No, you see the youngest son. He comes back. He goes into. He's in there.
Okay, so did he kill?
No, he gets eaten by the monster.
But did he kill the rest of that family or no? We don't know.
We don't know. I don't think so.
Whatever you like.
Yeah, because this is what I noticed. All the violence comes from the humans, not from the monster. So there's all the monster kills are off screen.
I don't think that's stylistically chosen. I think that's out of budgetary reasons.
I think it's both. I think it was we had no choice but to do this. So just say, I did this because of this. You know?
But that's budgetary. That's not stylistic.
Sure. Well, because they spent all that money on that baby monster, the baby crab creature.
It looks like Sid from Toy Story made that fucking thing.
So bad. It's so cheap. It wasn't even disturbing. It wasn't cheap enough. They're trying to do the Thing creature, and it did not work at all.
Let's do a little tag method here. I'll say tag when I want you to take over for describing the plot here. So, starts off, there's a girl running in the woods. She's scared. She's running. It's like slow motion dream-like.
That's when you know you're in trouble, is when it's slow motion dream-like in the beginning. Oh, no.
No, honestly, I was fine then. And then it cuts to the most 2002 couple ever.
Yes.
And by the way, can I say that your ceiling matches with the background of us right now so fucking well?
Is it really?
Look, your ceiling here going into the background with above the eyes. The little.
Oh, okay.
You see
it? Hey, enjoy it. This is the last time you'll see it because the new location next show. No, it's true. I'm done. I'll be moved in
5 years now.
No, I'll be in the house. The internet's going to be in the house on Monday, so I got no choice. I have to be in the house for the internet.
You better have Nick Cage on the fridge behind you in that new house. That's all I can say.
The fridge is in the kitchen. It's all different. There'll be no fridge.
Have Nick Cage behind you.
You will not see the kitchen.
I better see Nick Cage though.
Oh, it's going to be hard. I don't know where to put him.
I hand drew that for you.
It's going to be hard. I don't know where to put him. It's going to be difficult because the office isn't set up yet. It's going to take another couple months.
Goddamn wall. I don't care.
The wall's too far because I'll probably be set up in the living room where the fireplace is.
Even better if he's really small in the background.
I'll put him on the fireplace mantle and see what happens. Maybe you can see him. Maybe you can't. I don't know.
I'll send you a Nick Cage frame, which is just different Nick Cages screaming all around.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
I wish I had that. Actually, I wish someone would make that to me out of wood.
I would put my family photo in that one.
Yeah. Came with the frame family. I don't give a shit.
Came with the frame. It came with the frame.
So, she's running, and then I was like, it cut. I was like, oh no, here we go. It's like it's a dream. Maybe it's clearly like a cold open. Oh no, it's not. Because then we cut to the most 2002 couple I've ever seen, even though it's 2007 here.
Yes.
But I was like, this reminds me of 2002 for some reason.
Because of the Twilight Zone, I'm telling you. This was a 2002 Twilight Zone episode.
I will not disagree with you.
With graphic violence.
And the guy looks like every guy from that era, and she looks like Rose McGowan. I'm like,
she did.
So
she looked like an emaciated Rose McGowan.
Yeah, you know, halfway through being married to Marilyn Manson, Rose McGowan sort of thing.
Rose McGowan used to have big titties. Would you fuck me for blow? Back in the day.
Dun, 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 dun. Did you listen to the new album at all?
Of
Bloodhound Gang.
No, I listened to the new album.
By the way, when I say new, I was looking at the year. I was like
10 years ago.
Oh, that's 7 years ago.
There you go.
2015.
Yeah, there you go.
But it's a dance album. Like it's all dance music.
Interesting.
No, every album they do is different style of music.
Okay.
And this one, I'm like, oh, it's dance music. It took me like 3 listens to go, all right, they don't give a shit about the actual genre. It's just them making, because one of them's like, you gotta be fucked up to want to sleep with me. What kind of woman want to sleep with me? When you get your panties lower than your self-esteem, I'll do what your mommy did to make your daddy leave. So fucking funny.
They are funny.
Dude, you got to listen to that album, like front to back. It's when you hear the dance music, just listen to the lyrics. That's all I can say.
Right? Yeah. They're fun.
I love Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah,
so
Bloodhound Gang's fun. I do. You turned me on to them. Film school. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
originally they're that band that does the fire water. You know, I'll give them the motherfucker burn. Me and my friend Zach from high school and middle school actually were like super into that band. We're like, they're actually funny like all the way through.
Yeah,
we got into them further. Then the next album came out. We're like, oh, they changed the music a bit. That's when the Chasey Lane came in. So yeah, keep going with it.
You remember when they had their MTV Cribs episode? They went to their house.
No.
There's an MTV Cribs with Bloodhound Gang. It's hilarious.
Really?
It's pretty funny.
It's
it's like a trashy, giant house in the Midwest somewhere where it's just like
they're from Pennsylvania.
They live in 50,000 acres, but it's like a shitty house with a bunch of different shit. It's pretty funny.
Definitely,
but I guess apparently Cribs, about 90% of that was all lies and bullshit.
Yeah.
And the only real episode that ever aired was the Red Man episode, where it showed his condo or his townhouse, and it was like a shitty little townhouse, and like I don't know where he was from, either like back east somewhere, maybe it was Philly, I don't remember. But
I think Red Man's like Cleveland,
maybe. And it was just like
about him though.
It was just this shitty townhouse, and he's just like, "Come inside, Cribs," and like there's like this place is a mess.
Oh, Newark.
There you go. It made sense. It was just funny. And I guess they said that was all real. That was really his place. And they even told him, they said, you know what? Do you want us to shoot somewhere else and we can make it look like your place? He goes, no, man, I don't want to lie. That's pretty much what happened.
But that wasn't that simple for sure. They were like, no, we're going to go. He's like, fuck you. Like, that's probably what happened. Because most people will go, yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So if he said no 10,000 times.
And then I guess Robbie Williams, he used Jane Seymour's estate. It wasn't even his house. And a lot of the rappers that would show off all their cars, I guess those were all rentals.
All Jay Leno's.
They had brought them in from collectors, and none of them were theirs because they couldn't afford them. Because in all honesty, they weren't that rich. They was all pretend.
But you get they could have done Cribs for here's Jay Leno.
Yeah,
that would be a fun episode, but he's not black, so
I think Jay Leno did do a Cribs and they showed his car collection. I'm pretty sure.
The dude has like a 10,000-foot warehouse.
Yeah, no, he's got cars,
like old, like as much as I don't agree with Adam Carolla a lot, I still love the man. But he he's friends with Jay Leno and he talks about his car collection. How like
right,
and then it's like, oh, it's like a fucking museum. You just get lost in there.
Like that, yeah.
He's just like,
him and Jerry Seinfeld, big car collectors.
Yeah, Seinfeld is very specific. He only likes Porsches, and he doesn't want any tops on his car.
Yeah, because he does drive European cars. Because I saw him in coffee with comedians with coffee or whatever. He's in a different car. Those are all his cars.
They're all convertibles.
Yeah,
like you don't have a top on one car, Jerry. Come on, you live in New York. Like,
I don't want a cop. I'm not going to have one. There. Yeah, I like the snow. That's fine. Drive in the summer. I don't care.
Yeah,
I used to go out with a really young girl who had giant titties. Remember that? Nobody remembers that. She was like 12 years old, and he dated her for like 10 years. The Shoshana Lowenstein or something. He was when Seinfeld was hot. He was going out with like this 16-year-old girl who had the biggest tits in the world.
The Elvis thing.
Yeah, but this woman, she looked like she was 25. She didn't look young. She looked like she was pretty hot.
Okay, last thing we'll talk about, and then we'll get back to pro-life.
Nope.
Elvis again.
Yes.
I'm not saying we'll stick with pro-life the whole way through. I'm just saying we'll get back to it for a couple sentences, and then we'll detour like we usually do. But the Elvis movie, I saw some recent like people who've seen it, and their reviews were like, "This is not Elvis." Like, come on, like
the new Elvis movie,
Elvis is a fucking monster. Yeah, the new one.
The new Elvis.
This actually relates to our last episode, which was episode 24, the Elvis one.
Yes.
They're like, this is not Elvis. Like, he wasn't just like, hey, 14-year-old girls. Yeah. No, he would go back and fuck them and then not fuck his wife because she wasn't 14.
Well, I don't think like I said, I don't think he fucked them. He just liked the idea of them.
But the point is,
I don't think he fucked. Yeah, he didn't like intercourse. Yeah. Because there is a story where he didn't like intercourse. He just liked the jizz in their hair.
He's Ralphie from The Sopranos.
That's what it is. He doesn't even fuck me no more, Tony. He doesn't fuck.
At one point, put melted candle wax in his balls and punch him. He went in the room and finished himself off.
That chick was hot. I liked her. I liked her when she was naked.
I love the fact that he gets killed over a horse.
A horse. You eat 5 pounds of sausage a day, you fat fuck.
And that's the last thing he says.
And but that's a great fight. He sprays in that raid. And he's screaming. And his eyes are red the whole episode. Like he's just
and he has to explain to Christopher, I came over. It's like, Christopher, I love the relationship where he lies to Christopher, but Christopher clearly knows the truth. He's
so you got to the point where Christopher's not on the show anymore, right?
Christopher's dead.
Yeah, okay. So you got to that point.
He just killed him right before I came upstairs to start recording.
Okay, so you're caught up there. I thought he died earlier than that. I thought he was okay. So he stayed quite a bit in there.
So what I told you is the reason I started watching the show is Michael Imperileone. I love that guy. I love that actor.
Yeah,
he's dead, and luckily it's the end of the show. I can just ride out.
Well, that's what, and then he does the voiceover in the movie.
Oh, really?
It's Michael. It's his character from Beyond the Grave.
That's funny because it's about his dad, and
well, that's why. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's a great scene where
Tony. No, please.
Well, no, I say it doesn't spoil anything.
Please don't though. I'm so close to finishing. Okay. Just let's leave it right there.
That's fine.
We will do an entire podcast discussing the show and the movie.
I'm gonna have to rewatch some of the later episodes because I kind of don't remember the last season at all. Really,
I think you have it. You just have it of what order it happens is a little off, and that's not a problem.
Well, the last season to me wasn't that great, so maybe that's why I don't really love it as much as the first 5 seasons or whatever it was.
I would say season 2 and 3 were my favorites.
Yeah, I would say that's true for me too. Yeah,
Mother's
2 and 3
gone.
are strong.
Christopher takes over, and he has a lot of problems with aid, and
I
like all that shit. And he starts fucking
Furio.
You get to see what's her name naked, who I had a crush on since I was a fucking teenager.
Who?
The redhead girl.
A redhead girl.
What is her name? She plays the Hollywood agent, or works for John Favreau.
Oh, is she naked? I can't remember if she got naked in that one or not.
Yeah, there's some.
I'm not a D girl.
Yeah, the episode is titled D Girl.
D Girl.
I think it's 304 or something like that.
Yeah, I always felt like that was a second season episode.
No, it's a later.
It's a third. Yeah, it's late. It's late into it.
And I think it's 304.
And then Christopher kills Tim Daly.
I just saw that one.
That was horror. I hated that. I was like, oh, Chris is off. I hated Christopher. I was just like, what a piece of shit Christopher is. I hate that character.
That's why when
Love the actor.
He died, I go, it makes sense now. But the problem is Tony didn't know any of that. That's what bothered me. I was like,
but he knew
writing.
Yeah, well, he knew he'd kill that kid because that's why they cut that. There's that scene where he sees the baby seat has the stick in it, and that's what triggers him. It's like, you know what? He's going to kill that kid if I don't take care of this now. And he don't know his son.
Was already killing him before he saw that. He was already going.
Was he?
And he goes, and then he sees the crib.
Yeah, and then he.
But then he has a scene where he go. We'll talk about this on the live show.
Right.
We need to stop. All right, so.
That's a sneak peek of next week's episode.
No, my next note is I hate the camera work
of this
in the car.
They
almost hit the girl. They drive
right. Yeah, they swerve. They swerve, and she's in the middle of the road, and she's like, But what cracks me up is like how they don't believe she's pregnant, and then she tells the story like something impregnated her, and they don't believe her. They think she's crazy, and literally the fucking baby ate the camera. Eats the sonogram camera, and they're like, "Well, that was weird." Ultrasound, yeah. Eats the ultrasound camera or whatever it's called.
Champa.
It spits it out, like literally. And it's like, what? I was like, what?
And
this guy.
We'll be right back. Stay calm. We'll be right back.
Something's not right here. I think
They go this far out of frame.
Her. Yeah.
That bitch is fucked.
This is crazy. And then there's that scene where she's like 6 months pregnant or 9 months pregnant. He goes, "Oh shit, you got to have the baby now. We can't cut it out of you, so you got to come to term and take the baby out of you."
So my wife walks in.
Oh no!
And the first thing she hears is when that baby, the son, she's like, she goes from like 2.5, 3 months pregnant to 8 months pregnant,
right?
And like in the cut,
yeah.
So the first thing she hears in the movie is the doctor going, "Oh shit," when she's 9 months pregnant, and she goes, she starts laughing. She's like, "What?" She goes, "He didn't know. He didn't know she was pregnant." And I go, "No. I was out in the woods and I fucked the baby," is what my guess was, and that's exactly what the fuck happened. Only she was on a swing set.
Bro, she got fucked by a demon. That's basically what it is.
But I didn't know what it was yet, so I go,
right.
Well, I was out hanging out and I had a couple beers and I fucked Satan, and then I went back and sorry, let me backtrack? Yeah. I was hanging out by the swings. Oh no, the other part? Yeah, I fucked Satan. Yeah. And they're like, yeah, I'm sick with that part. And she's like, yeah, he totally came up inside me with his demon seed.
No, literally, yeah. It was a demon
moves
dick.
On.
Rode it like a bronco I am.
All right, so here's where I go. I hate the cinematography.
There's
That's when they actually arrive there. So should I fast forward?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't think it's before he gets out of the car though. This part. Fuck it.
You're trying to, because and then you find out Ron Perlman's her father, and he's like a religious nut, and he has a restraining order on him because
apparently he's like shows up with a gun to the abortion clinic every once in a while, and
they never explained that. They just
I'm fine with it.
Which is whatever. It didn't bother me because I figured he's the, and they didn't go. I was glad they didn't go like total bananas with him being a religious nut. They didn't go too far with it. With that, I was glad about that because it's like okay, and they kind of made everybody kind of have their reasonings for it, so they weren't all crazy. But then they turned crazy, and that's what ruined the movie or ruined the episode. Because when Ron Perlman, before he's like, I don't want to hurt you, Doc. I don't want to hurt anybody. And then he gets the doctor and he cuts open his butt. He gives him a vagina in his taint, and he sucks everything out of him with the abortion.
He gives him an anal abortion.
Yeah, but no, he cuts him open more because he doesn't have a hole. Remember, he says, "I'm going to have to give you a new hole, Doc." And so they do. And it's just like, that's such a weird scene because the whole point of that character is to get his daughter. And then he spends 2 hours brutally murdering the doctor, which comes out of nowhere. It's just like, well, that's not like you're gonna tell me this guy changed in 10 seconds. It's just like for what? Just to have that really gross, weird murder sequence, like death sequence. It's like, it was just a little too much. It was a little too graphic.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it comes out of nowhere.
It's lazily made.
Yeah.
I don't know one person's name.
No.
Other than like loose motivations and the fact that he's like, he thinks he's talking to God, Ron Perlman does, but in fact he's talking to this demon.
He's talking to the demon, and he realizes at the end, and he feels bad about it.
Which was a twist, I guessed, when he mentioned talking to God.
That's what I thought too. I was like, yeah, that's what it is, because that's a trope that's been done so many times.
Yeah, it's a bad version of actually. Okay, here's how bad this trope is. I just went, what other movie does it remind me of? Oh, this movie. Oh, it's a John Carpenter movie. I just realized that all right now when we were talking about this.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, so it's obviously Assault on Precinct 13. That's the main reference of this. The Thing you mentioned. And then it's clearly, what the fuck is the name of that movie? From
Prince of Darkness? Or
Prince of Darkness.
Yeah.
Where it has that kind of like fucking with their mind shit.
Well, yeah, it's the Thing in visual only. Because of the monster. It's kind of designed like the Thing. Like,
And I love the fact that it says visual effects by, here's the first time I've seen this, Gregory Nicotera.
Was it really?
I was like, oh shit, Gregory. All right.
Hi, Gregory.
When you were fancy, highfalutin, Greg Nicotera.
Hi, Greg.
Okay. Here's the cinematography I hate. Why is it so long and drawn out? It's when they actually arrive there and they're trying to get out of the car. That's it.
Right, yeah.
I was like, stop it. Are you watching? This feels like the lowest of low budgets right here. Watch this.
Oh, it's low. Yeah, it's incredibly
Watch everything
low
from here on.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hate it.
I hate it.
Ugh.
I hate it.
It's the act. It's literally the guy in the back of the camera who's holding it with one hand.
Right.
Going, oh fuck! You stopped too quick. That's what that is. It's not like a Children of Men, where it's that.
No,
you don't have that perfect in the back.
Not at all. Not at all.
So we know that's the perfection of backseat camera working. This is the worst. So somewhere in the middle is where they should have met, and like, let's do that again where I know what you're gonna do. Maybe.
Right.
We'll plan accordingly. No, they have one take apparently, and it looks like shit. They get out and there's a red van at the gate, and then they're like, "You gotta back the fuck up." No, he's not supposed to be here. They never explain why, or they don't explain why for a while. Then eventually the security guard is forced to go out, and it's Ron Perlman. He's like, "You have my daughter in there, and then your abortion clinic, your women's health services," which is on screen right now.
I don't like
Oh,
you.
it's an abortion clinic. It looks like a marijuana flag in front. I don't know what else you call that.
Right, yeah.
Look at this. What do you call that?
Yeah.
It looks like a marijuana symbol.
It's just fucking distillery, man.
Lincoln County Women's Medical Services. Man, we get, dude.
Trying to help you, man.
The Kush has got some good Kush, man.
Oh man,
I was salivating at the sativa, and
man, fucking.
I don't remember if she like had a baby or not. I don't know.
Did you kill my security guard? Bummer.
Did you shoot that guy in the head in like a really bad CGI effect, and his like, and then you show him later, and his head is intact?
That's not. Yeah, great. I thought that was hilarious. The whole
Ron Perlman's like, "Hey, I'll go get my 3 redneck as fuck sons, and then we'll storm this place."
I wouldn't even go that far. They were not redneck at all. They looked like they were from fucking Seattle.
Yes, but the way the younger child spoke is redneck. So okay, the other 2 were fine. You're right, but the youngest brother's like, "Pa, I don't know if I can do this, Pa."
No, I didn't say Pa. He says Daddy.
But still,
Daddy.
I don't know if I can do this. I'm not made of you. Whatever you guys are made of, I'm not made of. And he's the only one that kills anyone.
Yeah, he's the only one that cares. Yeah, because everyone else gets shot and murdered.
Except for the one son who lives, and just because he was like, "Fuck this."
Fabrice, hello.
So they invade the place. They have a plan, and then they kill the security guard, and then they like have the next 10 minutes of the episode shooting all the security guards we never see outside.
No, they don't shoot. They just shoot up the door and come in. They don't shoot anybody else.
Oh, you are wrong.
No, they don't shoot anybody else.
No, listen off screen.
No, they're shooting the doors.
No. So you hear one gunshot where they kill the security guard, and then it's like,
really? I don't remember that.
And he's like, "You want to go out there? Go right ahead." It's like, who are they shooting out there now?
Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't anybody.
Yeah. But watch this. So nobody's dead yet. This is just all preamble, but you got the family in there waiting for a legitimate abortion. Where is it? It's right about here-ish. Right after. It's when the actual takeover happens. God damn, this is so far into this. Here comes the three Hick brothers. He kills the security guard, and then it. All right, here we go. Listen to this. So the security guard's already dead. So listen to these gunshots. That's why I was sitting there watching, going, "Who the fuck are they shooting out there now?"
It's Dwayne Bursell, isn't it?
Worst acting ever.
He's finally done it. This is because of his daughter, isn't it?
Get everyone back to the exam bay now. You and Joan stay back there, too.
Hey. By the way, John Carpenter's son, who he currently tours with now, did the fucking music.
Yeah, Cody Carpenter.
My wife sits down. She hears that line I said about the, "Oh God," after the birth of, "What the fuck?" And she's like, I was like, "Oh no, she's 9 months, but she's actually really like a week and a half pregnant."
Yeah.
Demon baby, you get it.
Demon baby.
Like this fucking music. You go, "Oh, I agree with you." So her only negative comment really was against the music. So Cody Carpenter, sorry man, but wasn't a fan.
Look, whatever's going on here has nothing to do with my family. We're going to leave.
Okay, listen.
Oh, really? You want to go out
Security guards are already dead, mind you.
there right now? Right. Like I said, get to the exam bay now.
They're shooting.
But there's like one more gunshot after this. I don't want to keep playing because I can't listen to that fucking music. Like, well, they're supposed to fucking drop Molly and dance? I don't know what he's thinking here with the music. Dick is silent.
Well, I'm reading the reviews on IMDb.
Well,
nothing interesting on here trivia wise.
Do you get the main one for 8?
For 8.
The main IMDb one. Let me screen share.
Oh, the assault on abortion clinic 13. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, is that really a comment? Because I wrote that in my notes.
Yeah, somebody put that down.
Oh, let me share my screen here of my notes, because right here, assault on abortion lab 13. God damn it!
So I wrote that years ago.
I wasn't surprised because it's clear.
Yeah.
But I did see this one. Let me switch over to this. Okay, so this person put 8 out of 10. Where is it?
Shit, this is Emmanuelle Vagieri girls in 114 things. She works a lot. Wow, she's in a ton of stuff. Jack, she's in a lot of stuff there, honey. God damn it, honey.
Okay, fun and gory, not the mess some say. Look, I went down with low expectations, given things I've read about within the internet community. But I'll be damned if this isn't one of the most fun and MOH episodes. What does MOH mean?
Masters of Horror.
Thank you. It is, however, the type you have to make sacrifices for. You have to switch off your logic and be willing to overlook some plot holes and cover your eyes for an occasional poorly delivered line. But man, this is definitely a Carpenter film. It has all his trademarks all over it, more than cigarette burns.
Wow.
This has the look, the sound, the gloss, and grime of a Carpenter movie. I love it because it has all the basic elements of other films and is basically an awkward cut and paste best of assembler. But what the hey, it's a ball. It is funny with a nice score, although I can't understand why so many have issues with it. Features some great effects, one of which is genuinely unnerving toward the end, and a combination of practical effect and CGI. Trust me. Continues from there, but I can't read the rest.
Interesting.
This guy fucking loved it.
I guess.
So comparatively to Cigarette Burns, I wish we were watching Cigarette Burns again.
Oh, and guess what? The girl in this movie, Emmanuel Vagier, she did an episode of Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction, 2002.
There you go. Caitlin Wachs, I looked up. Wachs, Wachs, whatever. She plays the pregnant lady.
Yes.
She was in The Profiler, Shiloh 2. She was her last movie that she was in 2014 was called The Hungover Games. Spoof of The Hangover and The Hunger Games.
Ouch.
And that was the last thing she was in.
That was what year?
2014.
Ouch. The Emmanuel Vagier still works. She's got 114 credits. She's got 3 upcoming projects. She works quite a bit. And she's basically the nurse that helps the guy from generic 2000 movies.
Caitlin retired from acting in 2014. Today she works as a production assistant.
That's terrible. Production assistant? That's you didn't retire from acting. They stopped asking you.
Her thing since then, The Meltdown with Jonah and Kumail. Okay, I like those two guys. She was working in The Meltdown in LA, the comic shop. CBS Sports, Tween Fest, Swedish Dicks. 2017, that was 5 years ago.
Ouch.
She has not been in anything since then. It's an overblown story with not enough information as to what's happening. So it ends up being just assault on Abortion Lab 13.
That's essentially what it is. Yeah.
And then Ron Perlman has like some fake religious excuses, like I want to stop you. God told me to stop you. I don't want to kill anyone else, like you said. I don't want to kill anyone else. God doesn't want that. Wait, no, I'm going to shove this up your asshole in a new hole, actually, and pull an unborn baby out of it, which you cannot have out of your weird new hole I created, and that's what God wants.
It's very strange.
It's fucking
very strange choice. Very bad choice of words.
Very strange things. Stranger Things. We have 12 new comments. I can't wait to see what these are.
Oh my God, they're really.
Yeah.
Cheapest Tinder just for sex. Cheapest Tinder just for sex.
Oh, I can't even keep up.
Man.
Block
wow, Emmanuel Vagier works a lot.
Good for her.
And the guy, Generic Man from 2002, he has a filmography of 65 credits. The last thing he was in was Homosexuals as Social Media Tragedy.
Yes, he does in 2022. That's this year, though. He was in Power Book 2 Ghost.
Yeah, I saw that. It must be a Star show or something.
It is.
Yeah. So he works.
5 of those fucking shows now.
Yeah.
It's like Power Book 4. It's like
yeah, he's in a lot of.
What are we doing? Are you the fucking Bible? What are we doing?
He was in Prison Break.
He was in Wet Hot American Summer 10 years later. That was a fun series.
Hey, there you go. Nurse Jackie. He's 5 episodes in Nurse Jackie.
Speaking of Sopranos. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm right where you are.
A lot of TV, this guy, obviously, because he's a TV guy.
3 pounds. The West Wing.
Defiance.
Wow. I do recognize that guy from something. I just don't. Carolina City. 8 episodes of Carolina City. Let's just say it's that.
Yeah.
Silence. Love it.
I was just thinking.
I'm looking at that guy up too. So, okay. So, 5 more comments. Sorry. After I blocked them. We have, here we go. Stop jerking, cheaper than Tinder. Okay. Yeah, good. Even though I blocked them already, they're still commenting. Great. Good job, YouTube. You fucking hacks.
Well,
fuck YouTube.
Fuck tube.
I want you to fuck me, Larry.
It's a bomb. It's a bomb.
It's a bomb! He's got a bomb!
Oh man.
Okay, so
I have a tattoo of sunflower on my ass if you're interested.
She's trying to break in there. Meanwhile, the hero and the heroess of the episode are trying to help this girl who's 15 and giving birth. She's only a week and a half or 2 weeks pregnant, whatever she says. But meanwhile, her stomach is growing out of control. So they decide, oh fuck, she has to give birth. She gives birth to a demon. The demon is crawling around. And then suddenly the demon's father comes out of the ground and starts killing people, including Ron Perlman and one of the brothers. I think it was a younger brother.
No, but both of them.
Whatever.
Two of them die. They all screen. That's the thing that sucks. Like, oh god, I want to see it, but they don't show anything.
They don't show shit.
Because I guess they couldn't afford it because they put all their time and effort in that big monster suit.
Gregory Nicotera.
He was probably dressed up in that suit. I wouldn't doubt it.
Won't be surprised. They all die. They show the demon baby. It's hilarious how cheap the thing is.
Yes, it is.
It's clearly, like I said, Sid from Toy Story. It's clearly a doll head on the body. She pulls a gun. She's like, "Come here, come here." And if you don't know what's going to happen from here, I feel bad for you, but you're dumb as shit. Trying to find a clip of the baby showing up. It's got to be right here where she actually shoots it. Because here's Ron Perlman about to die off screen.
Yeah, he's off screen.
He die? I don't know.
It was you. Come here, baby.
That's it. He's dead.
Come to mommy. It's all right. Don't be scared. Please come here. Please.
I'm pausing in case Showtime is litigious.
I was in drive.
Please.
Well, she was like, "Hey, father-in-law."
Hey, Dad. Can I call you Dad?
I'm sorry.
Can I call you Dad?
I know we weren't technically married, but in Satan that counts.
Come on, guys. It sounds like Beetlejuice.
If you pull them down from the swing set, which are swinging and impregnate them, that's called marriage in my country. I have a CD player for a head or a film canister here on my ear. What are we looking at here?
I don't know.
I'll play my 8mm film in which Nick Cage has to track it down, see if it's legitimate. But
it's real.
Come here. That's it.
This is the villain of the piece.
Yes.
That's it. That's really all you have to see. She shoots it in the head and it goes, "Bah!" And the demon comes in and goes, "Ah," and walks out of the room like, "Oh, my baby. The government took my baby.
The government took my home."
It's terrible. It literally walks out of the room and she's like, nobody worries. And there's like, all right, the demon's gone. And then our heroes are like ducked behind in the other room the whole episode. And they go, "Oh, we're safe now." And they leave. And that's over.
I guess we never really see that, but sure.
We see them come out. It's this right here.
Where?
They're like, entire time, they're like in the other room of Ron Perlman and her brothers. They're in the room with them. And they wait until everyone dies. And they're like, all right, we're good. We're safe now. See?
Yeah.
No, we're safe now. We're right here.
I'm covered in demon spunk.
They were literally hiding right here.
Yeah. Behind a plate glass
that
window.
Whole episode. And now they're like, oh, hey. I'm not Rose McGowan. Or, what's her fucking name from those Disney movies? What the fuck is her name? I can never think of her goddamn name.
Not Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Angelique. Are you okay?
I'm not Peter Fasinelli. Don't worry.
God's will is done.
John Carpenter directed this. This is his son dildoing around on a piano.
Yeah, it's annoying.
It's terrible music. I'm sorry. I like John Carpenter and his son's music, but this is fucking terrible.
Yeah, just very, very bland.
It's bland as fucking boring.
Yeah,
I like Cigarette Burns more.
Yeah, I did too.
This is so fucking boring.
I gave this one a 5.
Oh, you were kinder than I was. I give it a 4.
Really? Yeah, well, 5 is middle of the road humdrum. I laughed at certain parts, so
with it or against it is the question.
Well, I guessed it, but I thought it was funny in some parts. Like, okay, it's kind of goofy. Just that part where the dad goes, "You fucking stupid bitch, shut your fucking mouth." That was where the 5-star comes in.
Oh, I can find that clip.
Yeah, go to the part where when the nurse says, "How dare you slap your child who's pregnant? Why don't you punch her in the stomach? You should kill that baby easier."
It's during the most like tense scene where these school shooters, these Columbinians, are coming in, and they still take time out of the movie to go, "Don't hit your daughter." Oh, shit, before this, isn't it? Where the fuck does that come in? It's so random that it's hard to guess.
Yeah, it's before they get shot in the head. It's before he gets shot in the head, obviously.
Well, clearly.
Well, one part they're sitting down in the waiting room, and there's a funny part where he tries to smack her and they stop him. He tries to smack her like 3 or 4 times in the episode before he gets his head blown off. It's pretty funny. But it's that weird humor. It's just this really strange. It's just tonally this episode. It's a very strange episode. It's just like, I don't know. It was very not good.
I want to show this because I literally cannot find it. I've gone back and forth 5 times now. No, I give up. I don't give a shit. We all know what you're talking about, and I agree. It's the nurse is like, "You don't hit your pregnant daughter."
Yeah,
and suddenly that security guard comes in. He's like, "Yeah, man, don't do that." And then the family leaves, and then it cuts back to later when the demon comes out of the ground, and they see that nurse and the security guard and another nurse.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, "Ah!"
Yeah.
And grabs that security guard. And
yeah. He goes. The floor is ripped open in front of him, and he comes right to it. He falls in. The demon.
Wonder what that's all about.
Just stupid. Like, what
I'm a
dummy.
dumbass.
It was pretty funny. I laughed at that too. That's another laugh moment for me.
But it's not good.
No, it's bad. That's why I laughed. It was just like, okay, this is not very good.
I'm not enjoying it when I'm laughing. I'm just going, "Oh, John, why did you?" Like it felt more to me. It was a slight more against the production than it was against John himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because clearly he can handle this sort of script. He did it with his first movie, his first actual movie that was out of college. Assault on Precinct 13. He fucking did this script, and this was. We have $0. You hire 3 actors and you give them all a cup of coffee. And good luck filling out the rest of the 12 roles. It's like, why, Mick? Why am I doing this? And it's like, oh, it's an experiment. The cheapest one-time 18+ dates. Thank you, Naked HD. How many times I got to block your ass? I don't understand what's happening here.
It's just the bots, that's all. They were from Russia. What are you gonna do? But yeah, I'm done. This episode was just so goofy to me, and so the whole Masters. There's a reason why Masters of Horror the show was only for 2 seasons because they never really delivered on anything. Because they're all kind of lame. There's maybe 2 or 3 interesting episodes, and the rest are just like meh.
Well, fucking Dario Argento did some episodes.
Yeah, I should tell you.
How do you fuck this up? Yeah. No, I'm the opposite. I'm like He's kind of a master of the genre. How do you fuck this up when you have him involved?
Oh, you can.
Toby Hooper.
Oh yeah, I've seen 90% of Toby Hooper's work. I'm sorry.
No, I agree, but
yeah. Unless he goes,
I feel the same way with Wes Craven. Honestly, I like 3 Wes Craven movies. The rest, I don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
And I love Wes Craven as a person. I mean, I miss him. I wish he was still alive and making movies. But
I
as a
love him dead,
filmmaker,
yeah.
I kind of watch him and I go, "Yeah, you got 3 movies, and the rest are pure garbage." Sorry, Wes. They're making Screams without you, and it's.
Sorry, Wes.
All right, let's get out of here. You gave it a 5. I gave it a 4. It is my least favorite Carpenter directed thing so far. I'm making a list, an ongoing list.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree.
It's
It was
below
boring.
Ghost of Mars, which is sad.
Ooh, that is sad.
But we got 5 more episodes to go. Technically
John
4,
Carpenter.
but
Yeah.
Captain Voyeur will be literally like a 10-minute episode because it's a short from college. But he directed it, so I'm counting it. We have 5 more to go, and then we're going to do our rankings, 1 through 31, I think it is. 20, I don't know. I'll let you know, but I'll send you the list and everything so you know what we're ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Just stuff he directed.
Mm.
I don't care what it is, but I'm looking forward to that episode more than I am our next episode, which is Assault on Precinct 13, and then Starman, and then Memoirs of an Invisible Man, and then his first thing, Captain Voyeur, and then his last thing, The Ward. We're going all over the place.
The Ward. So that years ago, and I'm really not looking forward to seeing it again.
Well, it was right up there with Sam. What was that movie he did?
Nick Cage.
Sam Raimi's movie in it was about being bulimic. What the fuck is that movie called? Into Hell? Drag Me to Hell. Drag Me to Hell. So Drag Me to Hell and The Ward are very similar. They're like both the fucking worst movies. Oh man. But anyway.
No, Drag Me to Hell was good. The Sam Raimi movie?
No, it was bad.
You don't like Drag Me to Hell? I forget it because it's so goofy.
I don't like
you
Sam
bitch. Like that's the goat that talks back to her. It's funny. You bitch.
The Ward was obvious as shit how it was going to end, and now it'll be my 3rd time watching it when we do this, but and I know the ending because I watched it once.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, but we'll get to that here in episode 30. All right, so liwstudios.com, Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube, LIW Studios on YouTube, also LIW Anthology Pod on Twitter. Until next time, and in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West. He's Dick Ticket. So long, citizens. I'm on a Frank right now.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.